Hello out there, and welcome to the Abomination Vaults. It's Wednesday, and that means we're going back into the Abomination Vaults. For those of you who are new to the stream or our YouTube, welcome. It's good to have you. And for everyone else, welcome back. I am your GM, DM Steve, and I'm joined by fellow Dungeons & Dragons veterans Mike, Rick, Richard, and Nina as we go on a journey to crit fumble our way through learning Pathfinder. Say hello, everyone.
Hello.
Newman.
Hello.
So, before we begin tonight, I just wanted to give a quick shout out, as we've been doing, to our YouTube comments. Brawlino Lindoso noticed that Mukta wasn't adding his proficiency bonus to his short bow attacks last week. So you were actually missing 2 hits on your
That
attacks.
is pretty big.
That is pretty big. And
Interesting.
I looked into it. And so remember how you guys, like for Hell Harmony and for Mukta, we had to create custom proficiencies because you had weird you only had certain weapons that you were proficient in and not entire groupings. So we had gone in and manually added short bow, all those weapons that you were proficient with. Pathfinder 2nd edition system in Foundry had an update that actually changed a bunch of that. So they changed how you welcome. Thank you, Doc Nina, for following. It changed how that works. So now when you go to your proficiencies, if you were to open up like one of your character sheets and go to your proficiencies and go down to like combat proficiencies and you go to add, instead of just being like a freeform type where we created a new weapon type and then, and then added it and then we overrode your item so it had the correct grouping. It was this whole complicated process to make it work. They've actually just added every weapon in the game as a drop-down selector. And so if you if you add the short bow from that list, it knows any short bow in the game, it checks that specific proficiency bonus. So it's better now than it was. It's just I didn't get the note that it was changed. And so that's, definitely on me. So it definitely would have came into play with Mukta's attacks last week. And I'm not 100% sure if there was any that missed because you were 4 off or not. However,
he did miss on his attack 2 and attack 3, but they were like 5 and a 6, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, they were pretty low. But because I didn't notice it at the time, and that's on me, I'm going to give Mukta an extra hero point to start tonight's session. So enjoy.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, enjoy. So I did fix that on Mukta and Hal's character sheets. So going forward, it won't be an issue, and it shouldn't unless they change the system again. Also, that means I'm gonna have to start reading patch notes more often when I update. And shout outs to all the people developing the system because they're doing constant tweaks to make the system better, which is really cool.
Yes.
Secondly, David Sims on YouTube made the mention that our make an impression roll like Hal did against the group of quote unquote kobolds. It can only adjust the attitude of one creature if you read it rules as written, because it says you're conversing with one creature and you can change its mind. There are feats you can get later on that allow you to do that to multiple creatures, but it is a feat, which means baseline it's not really intended to work that way. So that's something to keep in mind, right? But he mentioned a compromise that I really liked, and it's kind of a house rule that a lot of GMs roll with, which is basically you can do it, you can try to make an impression on groups. It's just the DC is a little harder. So what I'm going to do is like if you're trying to do it like a group of 4, like there was last time, it's just the DC is 1 higher for every additional creature if you don't have the feat. And then if you have the feat, then you can affect them all. So it doesn't nullify the feat, but it allows you to try it, but it just makes it a little harder. Which I like the compromise because, if you're talking to like a group of people, it's harder to get the entire group to buy into your bullshit than just one person. But it's not impossible.
That is totally true.
So that will be my ruling going forward. I don't want it to stop that from happening, but the feat's there if you want to, really lean into that gameplay style.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully a 27 and 28 still would have passed.
Well, yeah, it probably would have worked. Yeah, totally. You had some awesome rolls, so it worked out, right? So that's the two rulings that we had mentioned, and that I wanted to bring up my house rule going forward.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Of course. I wanted to give shout outs to Jake Hall, Chad Hale, David Sims, Brawlino Lindoso, Glorum for all of your comments. I get excited every time I get that little notification on YouTube letting me know that somebody out there in the world cares about what we're doing here. So if you want to shout out like these fans of the show, please make sure to check us out on YouTube, comment on our stream. If you got any thoughts, clarifications, suggestions, or just general praise for the cast, we'll take it. Hello,
I mean,
Heisman.
even a name for a tailor.
Yeah, well, that's the segue into the next section, because the last thing we have is to do our drawing for last week. So I need to double check something because I haven't checked in the last hour. Did we get any last minute entries on this? It does not appear we did, so I think we're good. So there was only 3 entries in our contest, which is lower than I thought with all the people that watch in YouTube. So I don't know if you guys are just not feeling creative or not. So the 3 of you who did, so the 3 who did comment were Amir Hussein, David Sims, and Nick Reed. Those are the 3 who gave us suggestions. So right here, right now, I've put all their names onto a spin wheel. We're going to spin the wheel, and we're going to figure out who our next Taylor NPC is going forward in this campaign.
Like
Are
a
you guys
physical one?
No, it's a virtual one. So if you're tuning into the stream, you'll see it covering my face.
I thought it was a big one behind you, and you just spun it. But you
would've
didn't
been
use the green color.
No, that would have been a lot cooler. I'm just doing a virtual one because it's, we live
Race
in
of
the
Race, Death Wheel.
future. It could get so much reuse, all of my life. Just like oh yeah, I got a spin wheel, pull it out, chore wheel, punishment wheel, reward wheel, death wheel.
Tape
like
yourself to it. Knife wheel.
Knife wheel if I want to get into magic. So without further ado, let's see who the winner is this week. Good luck to all of our entries.
Drum roll.
Oh, it's on the line, but I can see at the bottom it says the winner is Nick Reed. Now, full disclosure, this is my
That
brother.
guy.
That is my
guy.
brother.
That
So
guy.
this isn't nepotism. It was that guy. So he's if
Well, I mean, it was 1 out of 3. It was a
3, yeah.
It's a 33.3%
33,
chance.
yep.
Yep.
So there's no disclaimer, like if you're employees of people who work at Steve's DM.
Listen,
no.
So this is his entry. He says, "My vote is for the Mad Hatter, the animated Hatter, not the Johnny Depp one, and we can call him Cinna." And I believe I got confirmation that was a nod to the Taylor from Hunger Games. I think that was.
I knew it.
Okay.
Yeah, but in looks, in character, in voice, he wants the animated Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland. Just because he hates me, I think.
You heard what people want, Steve? You better deliver.
Yeah.
Are you going to RP it in that same voice?
That's now I have
that's
homework.
a requirement, right?
It is, yeah. That's definitely a requirement. So my homework is to go watch Alice in Wonderland until I can get that voice and try it. So thanks, that guy. And big shout outs to Amir and David, who did not win, but also had some pretty cool ideas.
You should give them a separate NPC.
Just
to be frank.
Well, maybe I can work what they had suggested into the campaign in other ways as a surprise bonus guest. We'll see.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, we love our fans.
I want to be surprised.
With that being said, players, are you guys ready to jump into tonight's session?
Let's go.
Let's
yes,
go.
sir.
Awesome.
We'll kill a dragon.
Figure out if Mukta's a spy.
Well, we'll find that out after this cinematic. So let's go ahead and jump into episode 12 of Abomination Vault's Ruins of Gauntlight. We'll see you in 1 minute.
The lumber town of Otari, with its storied past and a fair share of sinister secrets, has been fairly quiet in recent decades. Over the 400 years since its inception, the surrounding area has been the launching pad for many famous adventurers, and as a result, most of the ancient ruins have been fully explored, much of their mysteries already solved. But when the mysterious Gauntlight, an eerie landlocked lighthouse, begins to glow with a baleful light, the people of Otari suspect it's an ominous prelude to sinister events. The call goes out for a new band of heroes to save the day. Those heroes are Mukta.
One's path in life may shift like the sands. You have to adapt or be buried.
Halarmony Higgins.
Can I play something for you?
New Lara.
Hey, I know that it's scary, but you have to get up. Okay? Take my hand. Ugh, very good. Let's go.
Clovis.
Nature is not to be put in order. Nature is order. It is for us to put ourselves in unison with this order.
The time has come to enter the Abomination Vaults, Ruins of Gauntlight.
All right, let's jump in. So, just as a reminder, when we last left off last week, the group had found themselves in a very precarious situation, which is Hal splashed down Drake trying to eat him, and it culminated in you guys running for your lives blindly deeper into this lower level of the dungeon, where you managed to get away from the Drake, but you found another group of sort of large-eyed underground people that Hal identified as kobolds. With some smooth talking, you were able to convince them to release a group of prisoners in your care for the very, very expensive price of 10 pieces of chalk.
Yes.
And so when we last left off, we kind of faded away with you taking them into the room, them getting their armor and their weapons back, minus one super sentimental pair of thieves' tools that just went missing. And so now as we kind of like zoom into tonight's session, the real issue is, how do we find a way out? You have the prisoners you came down here to find. You know you have a pretty sizable bounty for returning them, 50 gold flat, plus 5 gold per person that comes back alive. But the thing you're lacking right now is a way out. So?
Friends, so, and I'll look to the group, Mukta. They said the way out is back through the Drake lair. I'm not sure I want to go in there because I still smell it because it's still in my nose. But you said you hurt it pretty bad, Mukta. I'm not really sure. Now that we have extra people, perhaps we can get back through there. I'm not really sure if, I mean, like a drake, a dragon, or whatever can heal itself or do what it needs to do. But perhaps, do you want to go back that way?
Well, now that we have the numbers and know what to expect, maybe we can plan a little better, rather than you falling into the muck.
So what you're saying is then I should go first instead of the last. But I don't want to go first.
Yeah, if we're going back, you probably shouldn't go first. You probably want to go last.
Yeah, you'd probably want to stay in the back. Hal.
But that is exactly what happened the last time.
But we're on the bottom now, not the top.
Yeah, and we're together. Whereas the last time, you were on the other side.
I knew I should have trusted you. You were able to carry me, but I mean, here we are. I just need to get cleaned up. How about your friends? How are they feeling, Mukta? How's my brother? Brother.
Your brother.
Your brother does walk out. Shad walks out. Your brother.
Chad.
And he's
Chad?
getting his
Wow,
Shad.
Chad.
Kind of like Chad, but Shad.
Oh,
So
Chad Higgins.
he's getting he's getting his like studded leather kind of put on, and he does say like, I couldn't help but overhear that your plan involves us fighting our way through that creature. The same creature, if I'm not mistaken, that is the reason that we are in the pickle that we're in the first place, as a matter of fact.
Did you find your way around here? Could you lead us out?
Well,
We could dig, but it would take several weeks around the corner, and I'm not sure these guys would be very patient as they build their ballistas and their crossbows. And I can't help but think that Mukta would put his nose in and try to help them.
well, when we came on this mission, we staked it out. We waited for that drake to go hunting. We slipped in. The plan was to slip out before it returned. You know, we timed it. It pretty much spent a good 3-4 hours a day hunting. So we thought we'd have a good window. Something must have triggered it to return earlier that day. I don't know. It kind of cut off our escape, and we were stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Perhaps a Morlock and a hard place.
Perhaps. But
I mean, these are kobolds, of course.
Right? Yeah, but the joke was good enough. It's okay. So you know, they look. They're like they have like rapiers, and one of them's holding like a shiv, and they're like, I'm not sure how much benefit will be in a fight, but
Well, if you could judge your health from 1 to 10, brother, where do you think you would lay Shad?
well, I feel healthy. I just feel very malnourished. You know, we haven't been properly fed in weeks, and I could use a good night's rest. I would say, if anything, I feel a little fatigued.
Perhaps we should go back to that other room that you mentioned there, Clovis, with the big statue and the muddy wall, and we go rest in there, and we can move away from these people. And then you could give them each a berry like you gave Mukta, and we can have that conversation there. But I think these guys are pretty happy with the plentiful bounty that we have provided for your rescue.
Agreed. There's don't forget there is a I believe a secret passage or door I saw on the way in. I think we should check that out.
I think
Okay.
we should go there now. I don't want to stay here and think about my financial ruin.
Indeed.
I also
Okay.
have some rations for them in case the good berry could be, a little bit expensive for your brother. No offense, I say. I look at him.
I mean,
Understand.
they will definitely jump on the rations as soon as they can.
Mhm.
But they do look like kind of nervous. Like basically, what they kind of are looking at you and looking at them, saying, "We should probably get out of here before someone realizes that you sweet talk the guards and letting us go."
Yes,
Because
let's
I've
go.
heard the big boss, and he's not exactly someone I want to tussle with.
Come,
Let's
let's
go.
follow Clovis
It's on-
back to where we went and came from. Clovis, please.
Yep. Steve, you want to pause the game? We can move.
Do it. Yep, so you guys can go ahead and move. And remember, as you enter the hallway, there's like a long, dark hallway that like heads north, and you can only see up to a certain extent. But at the far end of the hallway, there is this glowing green light just pulsing.
You want to follow your brother.
Nular would probably be able to see to the end of the whole hallway, I think.
I'll try. They speak like Undercommon, right?
Yes, the Morlocks speak Undercommon.
I will do my best. Thank you in Undercommon.
Okay.
Of course, I will correct her.
Oh,
should,
that's how you say it. Oh, I know
Wasn't-
it's the
wasn't
accent.
bad,
It's
but it's
very
more-
pretty quick.
A little more throaty, more the sound.
Oh,
Mm,
okay.
indeed.
I'll do it again. Okay.
Yeah, so I think from there you can
green
see the
light?
whole hall. You can see the whole
Oh,
hallway
the
if you like
hall.
scroll north, right? Because you have dark vision.
Holy shit.
So you can see there's a long hallway that actually has a few doors kind of coming off it, and at the very end there is a door, and at the bottom of the door you see a green light.
I will take note of that and head to the room where everyone else is waiting.
Sure.
I can't pass.
So back as you pass through that other room, the other Morlocks are all already back to trying to repair this thing, and one of them, apparently, as you walk by, you can hear one of them has this bright idea, which is like, if we like double tension coil the string here, we can get twice as much firing power. And they're like trying to do it, but every time they do, the string like snaps. But they're really dead set on trying this.
As I'm walking by, you're on the right track. Keep going that way.
Yeah, there is, like, you do notice, Mukta, like, these people are like, as much as they're like being a little crazy and a little out there with their designs and stuff, it's very obvious that these are very capable engineers, but they just keep getting in the way of themselves by never being happy with what's enough. They're always improving. They're always trying to do something better, and they don't accept good enough. You know what I mean? But there is some genius in their madness.
Well, hopefully that
I'm
their
gonna start
leader
pulling
never
out
actually
rations.
Okay.
Close the. Okay, very good, Mukta. I was going to say close the door, but we're good. Give us a few minutes. I think Clovis can create some berries. They're very good, but we have some rations. Should you want them?
They will
Oh,
definitely jump
here
on the
you
rations if you
go.
have them.
Here you go.
Just let me know if you need good berries. I can pass
And
them
so
out.
they instantly start tearing into like the food, you know, like just like they haven't eaten in probably like 5 days. And then like one of them in the middle of like mouthfuls is just like, "Oh, have you ever seen where Porvon? Did you? Oh, is he okay?" And he wipes his mouth.
Where's-
Sorry, Porvon.
What can you describe Pervon?
Short, bald, you know, tattoo on his shoulder. They drug him out of the cell about 3 days ago. They didn't sound good.
I'm going to look over towards the female captive that we just freed,
Uh-huh.
and just kind of subtly just shake my head no.
She like makes eye contact with you a bit and nods and goes back to eating her rations. What kind of rations would you carry, Nular?
Steak, lobster.
The thing that came with my adventure pack, but I'm gonna say it's gonna look like the elven bread.
Okay.
Tastes like chalk.
I mean, they did
Hard
just
as a
ask what
cardboard.
happened to Pervon, so
Yeah, it's not the
Right.
best, but it should sustain them.
Yes. Like they are definitely like have full bellies, which is gonna help. They're still like kind of malnourished, right? So they all do have the fatigued one condition until they can manage to get a rest. But at least they're not starving anymore.
So Mukta, you said you really wounded that Drake out there. Do you think it is going to hide in its hole as we come through? It can't be. I mean, if what my brother said, well, I'm sorry, what Shad here says, your name doesn't have to be, your surname doesn't perhaps have to be Higgins, does it, Shad?
No, sorry, my name is actually Nunder, Shad Nunder.
Okay, so this isn't really my
reaches
brother.
out. He actually like she goes to shake your hand. Like now that they've got some food in their belly, they're a little safe. They seem to be like very appreciative of you guys.
I will go in for the hug instead. Will Shad
brother.
let me?
He will.
Okay,
You see him.
so-
you go in for the hug, but you see a very confused look over your shoulder. Everyone behind you sees the look on his face, kind of like a "what the hell" kind of thing. But he doesn't stop you.
So Mukta said he wounded that Drake. If you guys know where to when it's supposed to go hunt, we can perhaps set up a either plan or ambush, and should it come back, we'd just have Mukta shoot it again. I didn't see it. That was the story. But of course, I was under the water. But it. I mean, it doesn't hit that hard. At least it doesn't hit me.
Yeah, so its hunting patterns, it seems to wait for sun up. So at sunrise, it'll typically wake up just after sunrise and leave. And usually you have a good at least 3-hour window before it returns.
idea what time
What
it is right now?
It's hard because you guys have been down here for a while and you don't have any sight of the sun, but like it's pretty close to midnight by about now. I've been tracking time since you guys left,
That's when all the
and we're
ghosts come
basically
out.
at like somewhere between like 11 and midnight. Like you're starting to feel like the fatigue set in.
Mukta, can you lock those doors there, or are they beat up like the other ones?
Let me go see. And I check these doors.
You don't have a key, but you're pretty sure you could lock them. The doors are not super high. You know, they're a little more well kept, and you can see where they've been repaired by the Morlocks. So like it's a little more reinforced on this side. So you could definitely try to relock them with your lockpicking abilities.
I will try to relock these doors.
Sure.
So, Shad, I was thinking, perhaps we can either go by the Drake, the green Drake that it lives in the swamp, or we can, perhaps I'm not really sure how often the boss dragon comes and visits his ballista people. I just hope it doesn't happen in the next few hours. We've got some time to kill before sunup. Let's see.
Yeah.
Nulara, what do you think?
Well, the last time we saw the Drake, I just had my shield. I didn't have a weapon on. If anything, I feel a little. I kind of want to show that Drake that I can beat it. To be perfectly frank, and if it's already been bloodied by Mukta, I wasn't able to see. Unfortunately, I was unconscious. I'd like to give it another go.
Oh, so you mean to tell me that you didn't just faint because, the green drake came out of the water. It actually bit you or hit you or whatever it does?
Yeah,
Is that
and then
why?
I point at like the scar that's underneath my left arm. Yeah, it took a good chunk actually. But because of your guys' healing, it doesn't look as bad. I'm not bleeding through my bandages anymore. So I think I'm
Your
good to
eye still
fight.
burns a little bit. You can still feel a little bit of residual acid.
Yeah, the eye thing though, I think that's gonna pass soon. But I don't think it's gonna blind me or anything.
Okay, so you're saying that, well, I vote we stay.
Darn it.
Wait for the morning, but that is my vote. But of course, I don't carry around a shield or a sword like you or the rest of the people. I just play my music.
Mm.
Well, I
Oh,
mean,
good.
oh, sorry, Clovis, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I'd like to let's look while we sit here and rest. Let's look at this door. Mukta, can you make sure this what I'm looking at here doesn't look to be trapped or anything?
Yep. Why don't you go ahead and make a secret perception check for me, Mukta? Once Clovis points it out to you, it's pretty obviously placed here. Like it's not super well hidden. It's definitely hidden. It's a secret door by definite means, but the seams on the outside are not too crazy. You give it a look, and it seems yeah, it doesn't seem to be trapped whatsoever. And you're pretty sure that just looking at it. Let's see. It looks like this specific secret door, there's not much to it. There's no like secret compartment or like way to open it. If you just give it a little bit of a shove, it'll swing out towards you. I guess it'd be more like a pull. If you were to like jimmy like a blade in there or a crowbar and give it a little bit of a tug, it would slide out. The stone would slide out towards you.
Everybody, stand back, please. I need room to work.
Okay.
I'm going to try to sleight of hand the blade in that place. Abracadabra.
Oh my god.
Okay. Give me your what do they call it in this one? Is it they don't have sleight of hand, right? I
Yeah,
think it's
I'm
just
not sure what
stealth.
it'd be.
I think it's just
Is that
stealth.
stealth? Okay.
I guess it could possibly be thievery. Oops, did I click that?
Definitely got to be
Whoa, that's a
savory.
nice dice.
That was me.
That was
I was
pretty
trying to
cool.
open your
Yeah,
character
that was
sheet and I
amazing.
clicked it. Sorry. But that was that new dice that I added to Foundry, which you guys can
Ooh,
have
that's so
access to if you go edit your
pretty.
dice. There's some cool wooden dice in there.
Blind or
Nice.
private roll?
You can make it public because this is just an RP fun thing.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah, that was
Aw.
good.
almost a 15.
Yeah. So everyone
So,
sees you, but
Mhm.
you're able to get a blade in there,
Yep,
and
and I'll
you can
push
go
the
ahead and
door.
open the door. Yep. So you get the blade, you give it a little bit of pull, and it kind of like slides out a little bit. It's a little takes a little force, but then once it starts going, there's just the slightest bit of like stone on stone grumbling. You should be able to click that door open, right? Can you see it?
I don't see it.
Oh, it's probably hidden, so I'll do it.
I'll turn and I'll bow.
Okay. Yeah. So you look like you see a little bit of the lights, and like, you know how you could always reposition the light to look into it more if you want, but it's like a 5-foot wide hallway, and it features kind of 3 alcoves on each side, like every few feet going down the hallway. And at the far end of the room, it leads to a door, and through all 6 of these alcoves, there's just each alcove has like a stone sarcophagus leaned up against the wall in it. And on the north door that you can see up ahead, at the bottom of the door, there's the faintest blue glow.
Okay. What do you see, Zarmukta?
It's a hallway, and if I take a quick peek, there seems to be some sort of sarcophagi in these little cubby holes.
You mean like see where people are dead and they live, or they don't live no more?
I'm hoping they don't live. Yes, but those kind that the people are buried. I'm going to
Every
take a step out because sarcophagi in the desert, you don't want to disturb those.
what is in there?
Well, you know how I said I hope they're not living? Sometimes they're living.
Mhm.
Well, sort
You
of living. Unliving, I'm not
Like-
quite sure. They move
Mm.
and they hit you.
Are you able to close this door? I'm not sure we want to go down there. I mean,
Ah.
it is the Drake you know versus the sarcophagi you don't know. Maybe, perhaps.
It's very fair.
Well,
Maybe
Whatever.
we can send.
whatever
we can-
God's plan is, if we must face the Drake, then that's God's plan.
We can send Mushi in there and let him. We can see what's in there.
Clovis, how many times today did Mushy almost get killed?
He is living on the edge.
It's like I remember this one song that my friend Marianne, or perhaps it was Jonathan, Jonathan Bon Jovi, "Living on the Edge" or "Living on the Prayer." I forget.
Yeah, he's definitely living on the edge.
I mean, we don't know even if this passageway leads out eventually. It could just lead deeper into this labyrinth. My vote, I mean, from a pure security perspective, better to face the danger you know and can calculate than head into the unknown.
Very true.
So
But what if there's treasure in there? Mukta?
I never said we're not coming back.
You want me to sprint across it real quick and then sprint back?
no,
Okay.
I don't think so.
I will say this: as you guys have sat here having this conversation with the door open and just kind of coming to an idea of what you might want to do, those of you who are like kind of like eyeballing it, like especially new Lara and Mukta who peeked in for a little bit, the blue light that's like glowing at the end of the hallway, like from the bottom of the door frame, it starts to feel eerily similar, and you get a sense that it's the same sort of blue glow that comes from the top of the lighthouse.
Oh, nope. Big nope. I don't
Shut
think
the
we're ready
door.
for this yet.
Yeah, instantly close.
Oh shit.
I saw something that's very similar to the very thing that we were running away from.
Yeah.
Not the
Let's-
Drake, but the deadlier one. Bakara, I think.
Beginning to hate this place.
As you say that, like over on the shrine, there's like the loud, like almost like banging noise.
Halo's going to jump, startled, and run across and hide behind the lady.
Yeah. Yeah, they all turn their head and look, and you can see like it seems like part of this like bone, because they've built this bone statue covered in like robes and moss and all this stuff. One of the bones had broken and fallen off the thing, and there's like a bit of a broken bone just lying underneath it.
Okay, I think it's time to go. We should prepare for the strike.
Okay.
I'm not. We need to get out of here.
Yeah.
I mean, perhaps that
rest.
blue light you were referring to is coming over the city once again. We need to get back.
Okay. All right. We got to get you guys back safe. I'm going to pull out my longsword this time.
Okay.
Steve.
Yeah, you getting your sword out and ready.
Well,
Sure.
if you could send one of the lights ahead of the group a bit, and maybe I can go ahead before the group at the edge of the light and try to get into a prime position.
I can do that. It takes me a minute to move them. They have to be really close to each other.
That's
What is
fine.
the
I just
roll?
need to.
What is the roll on that? Actually, like 10 feet of each other. Just so I learn.
Before we step out, I'd like to just tell the three captives that it's okay if you guys don't fight. I don't want you guys to die because you tried. There are people looking for you outside of outside of this place. So if you can keep yourselves alive, that'd be great. We'll do our best. And then
They
I'll get on my post.
yeah, their plan is to kind of stay in the back and stay out of danger as much as they can. But they do reiterate, like if there's an opening and there's a way for them to be useful, they will jump in and take that opportunity. But
I look over if well, if we die, then I don't know how you're getting out. So
All right. Nulara still has the my light on her, right?
yes, her shield is still glowing with that light that you put on.
All right, perfect.
All right.
Well, okay, Mukta, you're going to go ahead, or you're going to stay right there next to that lady you're looking at.
I'm going to go ahead, and I said, "Don't." And I said, "I'll put my hand on her shoulder. Don't worry, we're going to get you out." And I'm gonna message you, Steve.
Okay, for sure. And if you guys want to go ahead and just we're going into like exploration mode, so whatever your current exploration mode activities would be, if it's different than usual. I know usually it's like Nulara changes, right? Sometimes it's raise a
Yeah.
shield, sometimes it's
And tonight I'm
sneaky.
actually gonna defend.
Defense. So you got that shield ready to go,
Mhm.
right? Okay. And then how are you sustaining the lights?
Yeah, I'm gonna sustain.
Sustain the lights. Okay. Clovis?
I'm gonna defend also.
Okay. So you'll have your shield up. And Mukta?
I will be avoiding notice.
Avoiding notice. Okay. 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 So we go ahead and you can go ahead and move up whoever's taking point.
Did you want to go first?
Mukta,
Did you want to
go ahead,
first?
friend.
Oh, I thought Hal wanted to go first.
Oh,
So I will
I'm
say
No,
right.
this.
Mukta.
I'm gonna use a hero point.
You gonna use a hero point? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. They don't even know what you're using a hero point on. Neither
No.
does audience does for that fact. Okay. Pretty good.
I will go ahead, open the door, and sneakily make my way as far as the light will take.
Okay. Make that stealth check so we can see how sneaky you're being. And the rest of you just go ahead and move on up from room to room, whichever direction you're going.
I'll be like 10 feet away from Mukta.
Okay.
And
So
I'm
Mukta
going
say
to.
he does not want the light.
I want
He's
the
gonna be
light
in it.
kind of at the edge. I want to be at the edge of the farthest light, pretty much.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, good luck.
Yeah, the lights have to be within 10 feet of each other. So are you like 10? Are you just ahead of the darkness of the light or just behind the light?
Just ahead, so I can see like a little bit in front of me,
Got it. Yep.
but I'm not like in the,
Yep. So go ahead and make
So do I
that.
make that
Yeah.
public or?
Just make it a private roll. Like make it a secret roll.
Okay.
Oh, welcome back, CJ. Haven't seen you in a while. Okay. You're sneaking up pretty sneakily up towards the. I guess you're going back to where the Drake lives, right?
Yes, I'm going to
Alright.
try to make my way, probably all the way back to my hiding spot underneath the boats.
Okay. Go ahead. And then make him away. And so with everyone else, how close are you staying behind?
I said 10 feet away. Oh, where'd
You're
you
10 feet
go?
behind him, and then what's the other marching order? So I'm gonna keep the three prisoners like in the
Mhm.
back, and they're all sneaking. Actually, since they're fatigued, they actually can't take exploration activities, so they're staying back and trying to be as quiet as possible.
Steve, can I retroactively pull out my Morning Star instead of my longsword?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, we say you're going down the hallway, and then you stop, and then you have a change of heart, and then you just put away the longsword and withdraw the morning sword, or morning star.
Yes, please.
Okay. No problem.
Okay, I'm gonna I don't want to give up. Richard, is it better for Mukta for me to be in front or behind him?
I'm already.
Hidden?
I mean, I think I am. I don't know.
Okay.
Right.
'Cause I just want to
I've made my way to Mukta's made his way down and in his
Okay.
spot, so you can go wherever you want.
Okay, because I want to shine the light on everyone, or at least our passage. Can I see the police system from where I'm at, Steve?
Yes, the pulley system
Okay.
pretty much ends not too far from where Mukta is, kind of in the back of the room.
Mhm.
It goes further back, kind of where all that pile of stuff is. It looks a
Got it.
little damaged from the acid blast earlier, but not enough to completely fall apart. And
Larmity, do you want me to stay behind you, or you want me to go in front of you?
I mean, of course, Clovis, go in front of me. I prefer you and Mushi.
Steve, did any of us notice during the fight that it had a harder time with its tail attack in the water?
I think it'd been pretty noticeable. Like you can see, like as the tail came down to hit, it hits the water, and there's like big splash, and the tail swung a lot less hard than it did when it hit the wall above your head. So yeah, I think it's pretty reasonable for you guys to know that, bludgeoning attacks in water is harder. Like stabbing attacks, like piercing and slashing is probably good, but bludgeoning, things that do force and impact damage in the water is going to be harder. It's just common sense. Not just that thing, but even if you guys try to swing like, if Nulara tried to use her Morning Star with a bludgeoning underwater, she's gonna have a harder time with it. But I will say this too, like Nulara's kind of snuck up to the edge of the water, and Mukta, you're kind of hiding back there. You notice very subtly in the water ahead, there's some ripples that might have gone unnoticed with everyone else, but you've picked up on it.
I'll give like a low kind of bird whistle.
What does it sound like?
I look back.
Can she see me?
I know.
She
Can I see
She can see
him?
you. Yeah. She can. Yeah. You can see him.
I'm
You
going
see
to.
him. You see his tail sticking out from under a boat.
Oh,
That's a bird. It's a catbird.
Mokta, what?
You can see me.
Oh, yeah, your tail's sticking out. You thought we're hiding?
Damn tail. All the time with the tail.
Yeah, maybe tuck it in a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then at that moment when Nular is turned around and talking with you, the water like breaks and you see the Drake
son
kind
of
of
a
head
bitch.
rise up out of the water. And they definitely noticed you, Mukta. I'm sorry.
But I can still use stealth for initiative, right?
You can still use your stealth for initiative, yeah, because you were avoiding notice. You weren't doing very good at it, but you were able to use it. So okay. So everyone, I need you guys to roll initiative for me.
Let's go. Let's kill this Drake.
Right? Round 2.
Just had an interesting thought. I gotta make a note for later. Hey!
I wasted it.
I mean, waste is a strong word.
That's true.
Let's see. Yeah. Okay. I like those wooden dice. They look cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, no, this needs
Okay.
action.
What is happening? Nulara.
The Drake is out. Well, it already saw it. The Drake's out. The Drake's out. Get ready.
Oh man, Mukta with that low roll. Narratively, it plays, right?
Yep.
Okay, but Nulara, you are like Mukta is like gives you the warning, and that like hair on the back of your neck kicks in, and you see the creature kind of breach the water, its head sticking out. What would you like to do?
Okay. I know that I am, well, not know, but I have a good clue that I'm kind of useless underwater. So I will, for my first action, continue raising my shield and then spend the next 2 actions to hold my turn, to ready an attack.
Okay.
Once he gets within range.
And you got your Morning Star out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got your shield raised, and then you're holding your action, so when it comes nearby, you're just going to smack it.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's the end of my turn.
All right. Wow, they all kind of grouped up with their initiatives, didn't they? Well, they're all just hiding in the back room because they're not even aware of anything going on yet. Clovis.
Oh,
wait. Where is Hal? Oh, right at the end. Perfect.
mm-hmm.
I mean,
I'm
perfect.
waiting and sit back.
Perfect. Clovis.
Same thing. I'm gonna just hold my action at this point.
So you're gonna delay your turn, or you're gonna hold an action? Delay your turn means you can go after somebody else's turn later in initiative, but holding an action, you spend 2 actions to do a 1 action something later.
Nah, I'll delay my turn.
Okay. So you're delaying your turn. Okay, so you're just delaying. You let me know when you're ready to jump in at the end of someone else's turn. So right now, this Drake is looking right at you, Nulara. You got your shield raised. It like rears its head back, and it shoots an acid spitball across the water that like basically lands like right in this back square, and it's going to use its caustic mucus ability. Oops,
Ew.
yeah, it's that acidic like breath weapon it did earlier in the fight. So it is a 10-foot burst. Trying to find where's the
A reflex save, right?
yeah, it's a 10-foot
That would get all
burst.
3 of us.
Yeah, it's gonna go off and get all 3 of you. You're gonna have, because you're hiding behind stuff, so you have partial cover, so you're gonna get a +2 circumstance bonus, Mukta, because you are hiding. So I need everyone to make. I'll put it in chat again. I did it, but it did it in private. Oops. But it is it's a basic reflex save. So can you guys, Clovis? Sorry.
What the fuck is happening?
Nice.
Wait, did your tokens come? I don't see your guys' tokens anymore.
Oh,
They all disappeared and dropped off the initiative tracker.
I can barely see mine. Yeah,
yeah, I
tracker's
teleported.
gone.
Where do you guys teleport to?
I'm like in this circle. Oh, I'm moving.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm by
there.
myself.
Something
I just-
glitched and like moved you guys.
Yeah.
I can only see like 3/4 of my token.
That's very weird. I was able to control Z Nina, or sorry, Nulara. Okay, so can you guys ping where you are? I don't see you on the map. Where I don't know what this weird glitch was. That was very weird. I could just drag new tokens for you.
Did they multi-level token? Drop them somewhere?
Are you guys? Yeah, I mean they're all. Oh yeah, they are. They're on the 3rd level. Hang on.
We teleported right out of this cave. Yeah.
You teleported down to the next level.
Down, no.
No, we do not want to go down. Going
Oh, I see
down.
where you guys are. Okay. Yeah, that's Let me send you back to level 2. And then I'm just gonna drag you
Weird.
back. Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened. Some kind of glitch with Oh, I know exactly what happened as a matter of fact. So when I drew the template, I actually drew a box drawing and it defaulted to the last like
Multi-level token?
token thing I did. And when I opened the journal, it teleported you guys to the next level.
Nice.
And then when
I'm
I
still
control
missing Mushi, Steve.
Okay.
Not sure where he went.
He's up the hallway in front of house, so he got moved over here.
There
Okay.
he is.
They all dropped off initiative too.
Good point.
Right? Just kidding. I had a 10.
Miller had a 27.
Yeah. I'll just drag Nular to the top. And then Hal was at the very end.
Yep.
And then Clovis was right before the, yeah. And I'm
basically
right
like
before.
this. Actually, before Hal, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we have a natural 20 from Nulara means you completely 100% avoid all the damage from the breath weapon. I think this time you're ready for it. You've seen it before, and you like get your shield up between you and the blast, and it completely avoids all the damage. So that's good. Mukta gets a 19, so that means you get a success. So you only take so you take half damage. So let's roll the damage. So it's 12. So Mukta, you take 6. And then Clovis, you fail, so you take the full 12. And the splash gets you in the eyes, and your eyes are now burning with acid, and you're taking persistent acid damage. Until you're able to get it out of your face.
All right.
But that is what it does. It stays where it is out in the water.
I'll yell, "Coward!"
Yeah, I don't know if he understands you. Okay, so now that's the end of his
see,
turn. Close.
I can't
that-
see the dragon anymore.
The Drake is gone, by
The
the way.
Drake, sorry.
This is when I was trying to control Z or token.
Is it Drake?
And I control Z.
That's dead.
Yeah, it's dead. Okay.
All right, so I will take my turn now, and I will take Ray of Frost.
Okay. You can see him, right? Actually, I don't think you can see him from where you are. You can spend
All right,
you can spend a stride or a step action
Yep,
to do that.
I'll take a stride here.
Okay, 26 is gonna hit. Very nice. Roll damage on that.
Let's go.
It's not a crit. It is just a straight hit. So 6 points of was it cold damage?
Cold damage. Yep.
Okay, he takes the full 6 points of cold damage as you blast him. It's not a crit, so there's not the additional damage. But yeah, it hits him, and he looks pretty hurt.
Okay. That'll be my turn.
Okay. At the end of your, can you roll? So as you're looking through the acid in your eyes, you blast him with cold. The acid burns, so you're gonna take. Oops. You're gonna take 4 points of acid damage, and I need you to make just a straight DC 15 flat check. Just roll a d20 for me. All right. The poison does not go away. It's still burning at you.
Okay.
Okay. Mukta.
Action, I will hide.
You already are hiding, right?
True.
If you
I don't
want,
know,
you
you
want to
tell me.
re-hide because you know
Yeah.
Nular spoiled that your
Yeah.
thing happened. So.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna try to hide in a different sort of cover position. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Blind or just public at this point?
You can just roll public at this point because it's gonna be make or break right afterwards.
Oh,
Okay. So it's all right. I'm assuming it's not going to be flat-footed.
If you're not burning a hero point, then no, it does reckon it sees where you're coming from, so it's not gonna be flat-footed.
No, I'm not going to burn a hero point yet.
Okay.
I'll just attack it.
Okay. So yeah, unfortunately, it is not flat-footed. Uh, 21 is a hit. Thank you for the
Alright.
+4 extra on your trained ability, right? 13 plus 8,
Yes.
21.
And I'm not sure if the damage will take it out because I did target it, so we'll see. Wow.
2 points.
2 points of damage.
Okay. It doesn't not you think back to when you blew it through its mouth last time and did so much damage. This just like barely got through its sort of thick hide.
Yeah. And I'll yell at everyone else, spread out! And for my last... Oh no, it takes 2 actions. Damn it. I'm going to... Damn. Take a stride action?
Okay.
Maybe... Where I can see it still. Probably... Here.
Just down the hallway a bit.
Yep.
Okay. Very nice. And last but not least, the person who, didn't actually see this happening, so is
Mhm.
reacting last. So narratively, it makes sense. Hal.
So Hal sees this stuff flying through the air. He's going to take a free action to do lingering composition,
Okay.
and then he's going to inspire courage.
Very nice. It should hit. What's the
And-
range on that? It should hit everyone, right? It's
60 feet. Anybody
60 feet.
within range,
so that's everyone,
and it's
including
verbal.
the thieves. All right, you all get inspired with courage. +1 to your attack rolls and damage rolls.
And
Nice.
let me make the rolls. A performance roll, right? Performance check.
Yes, to see
To
how many
see
rounds
if it lasts longer.
Do that performance check.
Let's go. I'm gonna
that
burn a
is-
hero point.
Okay. Yeah, it's a failure, not a critical failure.
Yep.
you're
So
gonna
I
burn that.
sing out that we've got to hold on to what we've got. It matters if we make it or not. And not much better.
Still a failure, unfortunately.
So it lasts for 1 round.
But you don't use up your focus point, right? Because it's not a crit.
Correct.
Okay. And then you have one more action, right? Sustaining
I have
light.
2. I have 1. Yeah, I'll sustain, and then I have another 1.
Oh, because Inspire Courage is just 1. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I will. I'll cast shield on myself,
Okay.
and that is my turn.
Okay.
Hey, Steve.
Yes.
Real quick. So I'm actually 18 on my initiative, so I'm up above. I'm not behind the.
No, because you delayed your turn.
Oh, that's right.
When
So
you delay
I
your
try
turn,
to
you
go-
jump in initiative
Yep,
later.
You jump in wherever you go. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
You're right. Never mind.
All right, top of the round, Nulara.
Oh man, he doesn't want to get closer.
Well, if you
Okay.
remember, I guess you fought him last time. You know that he can't use his breath weapon every turn. There is a built-in delay when the next time he can use it. So whether it has come in or not, you're not sure. But you can't just like use his breath weapon every turn.
No, let's do this. I'm releasing the Morning Star, and then for my first action, I'm grabbing the trident.
Of course. This is your
Come on,
lucky
old
trident.
faithful.
It's
Don't
3 for 3 on
fail
throwing
me now.
crits. Let's not break the streak.
Well, I feel like it will now. Okay, second action.
If this crits, then
He
it's
jinxed you.
no. If it crits though, this is just like from now until ever. This is just the best magical weapon in
If
the world.
it crits,
If
you
it
get the
crits,
arrow.
I'm gonna put it into the museum to have it traded to
Yes.
the fighter magical
The grave
weapon.
digger.
You get a
Yeah.
hero point
Yeah.
if you crit right now.
Alrighty.
You got to give the trident a kiss right before you throw it though.
I'm caressing it a little bit. All right, we got this. Let's
do
do
it.
this.
Come on, crit.
No.
No, yeah, that's gonna miss.
It's gonna be a miss.
Hero
point.
point. Hero
Yeah, no,
point.
yeah. I'll use the hero point.
All right, come on,
Try it again.
come
Let's
on.
go. Come on.
Worse.
Oh, worse.
Oh man.
Oh
So
man,
the
Scrog. Okay.
Yeah, the trident like sails out, hits his hide. This is probably the hardest thing it's ever tried to pierce, and it just glances slightly off his hide and like splashes in the water below it.
It's okay. I still believe in you. And then for my third action, I'm gonna raise my shield.
Okay. So you raise your shield again.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. All right. I think back in the room, like the three, like, you know, these people are kind of like positioning. They got their weapons at the ready. They're looking down the hall for like an opportunity to pounce on it. But from back here, there's not much they can do. So they're just gonna kind of stay back here, which gives this creature. It speaks its draconic language. You can feel the contempt in its words, Nulara, and it like rushes forward to meet you right on the shore in battle. And it's going to use an ability it has, which is called Draconic Frenzy,
Okay.
which allows it to make 3 attacks for 2 actions.
Okay.
But it still gets the the attack penalty like normal. So it starts with a fang attack on you,
Okay.
a 30.
Doesn't crit.
Luckily, it doesn't crit because you raise your shield, right?
Uh huh.
Let me target you so it comes up and says that. Okay, so that
And then
hits.
for my shield block, like I can choose, like I can wait for the damage before I
Presumably,
that
I
I'm
don't know if
blocking
it's
it, right?
entirely clear or not, but I'll say you can wait for the damage to see if you want.
Okay.
Okay. 14 points of damage.
I'll take it.
Take the whole thing.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Then with its frenzy comes the tail bash with a -5 penalty. That misses.
Son of a bitch. Okay.
The tail comes through, and you get your shield to glance off you, and then its third attack with the -10 penalty is a critical fail. So it tries to do the third swipe, and there's a little bit of water on the surface from where it like splashed up, and a little bit of debris. It actually loses its footing, and then the tail just thuds against the wall, and it looks kind of crazy. Like in its crazy frenzy, it's kind of thrown precision out the window. It's just flailing around in anger, and you hold your ground, Nular. But yeah, unfortunately, yeah, you didn't get to absorb the damage. But hey,
It's
not bad.
okay.
But that was all 3 of its actions: moving and then using its frenzy.
Nice.
Clovis.
All right, I'm going to step back in this little crevice.
Okay. If you go that far
And
back,
I
you
am-
can't see it.
Yep. And I am going to pop a good berry.
It's 2 actions to try to get off the poison, can't you?
You can try
The
to like
acid?
wipe the poison out of your eyes if you want. Yeah.
Oh
As
yeah,
an
'cause
action?
it's a persistent.
Two
damage.
actions.
It's 2
Oh, it's
actions
2
to try to
actions
get
then?
persistent damage off you.
Okay, so or
It
it's
gives
2
you
actions
another-
to need a good berry because I'm about ready to go down. So,
Right.
I guess getting rid of that persistent damage is better. So,
But you could fail. I don't know. It's
yeah. So either or.
You could
The
fail.
other thing too,
right?
just to point out with Goodberry, right? It's 2 actions to cast Goodberry, and then it creates the berry, and it's another action to eat it.
Oh, it is.
It takes an. It says it
Okay.
takes an interact action to eat the berry.
so yeah.
All
I would
right.
try to.
You probably have a healing potion on you, right?
Does he?
Yep.
So you
Quick
can use the healing
rules
potion one action.
question.
All right.
Does
So
he-
let me roll to
Well,
get rid of.
what's the rules question?
So it's 2 actions to try to clean it off yourself, right?
To try to get an extra roll to get it off you. Yeah, you take 2 actions to try to do that. To yourself.
And
or
then he
someone
has
else.
1 action to do something else, right?
Yes.
So I could drink a potion then after that.
Well, he
Okay.
moved, so he's 1 action to move.
No, I'm not gonna move. I moved back
Oh,
up.
got
I'm
it.
not gonna stride.
Yeah, I think you
No.
were here technically.
Was I there? Okay, that's fine. But I was.
So yeah, so beginning of your turn, you still have 3 actions.
I think I was right. No. Okay.
Yeah, because you wouldn't
Wherever
see it.
the glob will have
so
to
is it
hit,
straight
right?
roll 20? 20 roll?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So 2 actions. You try to wipe the poison. Give me a straight d20 roll, 15 or higher to clean it off.
Oh fuck! A 20. I roll back. Hero point.
Hero point. Yes,
All
sir.
right, hero point it is.
I saw that hit a 20 and then rolled off.
Yeah, it was rolling on that, right? I was waiting for my.
No, you guys are terrible at this, by the way. I just gotta say, you guys are terrible.
I'm gonna
at
go
this.
down. I'm gonna die.
So 2 actions to try to wipe it out
Um,
of your eyes. It's still burning you.
All right, and then I'll drink a healing potion.
Well, drinking a heal potion takes 2 actions.
So there was
It's
just
1 action to interact with it to draw it, and then a second one to drink it.
like a
right.
good berry. Yep.
Well, Goodberry's
So-
2 to cast it and 1 to eat it. Potion's 1 to
Okay.
retrieve it and 1 to drink it.
Then-
You could
All right,
use
well,
a
then that's-
level 1. Oh, you don't have heal, huh? I was saying
No,
you
you
could cast
used it.
level 1 heal on yourself, but yeah, you already used it.
No.
He has the wand.
You'd have to draw it though.
Appeal.
You could draw the wand, so you have it ready for next turn.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. So your third action, draw the wand. Now, you're gonna take some acid damage. 5 points of acid damage.
How are you?
You're still up, right?
Yeah, I'm still up.
And now
Down to
roll
3
another
points.
d20 for the persistent damage. See if it goes away.
Oh yeah, maybe this will work.
You got this. Okay.
Let's
did
go. Let's go.
15
So with
and
the
higher, right?
15, it does the 5
Oh,
damage,
Lord.
and it finally burns out, and it's no longer like affecting you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Mukta.
Okay.
Finish it, Mukta.
Yeah, the problem is I can't really hide in this hallway.
Depending on how risky you want to be, you could tumble through it and then stab it from the back. And,
That's
like,
what I
jump
was
in.
thinking.
Mhm.
That's actually what I was thinking. Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna tumble through
Yep.
to get
tumble
behind
through.
it.
Yep. So tumble through. You just stride up to your speed and then can dive through an enemy. So it says make an acrobatics check against the enemy's reflex DC. So
Yep.
let's go ahead and make that check. The reflex DC is going to be 19 on this check. As you try to tumble through it. Ooh, look
Nice.
how clean that is. That's a
Let's
critical
go.
success. There's nothing bonus for a critical success on this, unfortunately.
Except I have acrobatic dedication. Whenever you critically succeed at acrobatics check to tumble through an enemy space, you don't treat the enemy space as difficult terrain.
Okay. Awesome. So
Let's
you can move even
go.
further.
Well, let's go.
So you can go ahead and move through and land on that little
I mean,
ledge.
I'm not gonna move any further. Just I'm gonna go
But no,
right here
and-
anyway.
and it is cool to know you do have that.
Yeah.
So you can go ahead and move behind him. There's a little lip on the ledge. As you kind of do this awesome running slow-mo through Nulara, through the Drake, tumble through, it snaps at you, misses. you end up behind it. Take a hero point for that awesome maneuver.
Let's
Nice.
go.
Let's go.
Nice job.
And you like stand up.
Okay.
You're balancing between this thing and the water. But it is now
Hey,
flanked.
it's so badass.
So yeah, I actually dropped my short bow,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna like
Yeah,
sure, I'll keep on to it, and then I'll like do like a slide past Nulara and then roll underneath the drake's leg and
Awesome.
pop up at the same time I pop up, I draw my rapier in one motion and stab at it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Go ahead. And
yes.
make that attack. It is flat-footed against you.
Still got a +1 for the music.
You got a +1 to the damage and to the attack roll from.
Yep,
Hal-
it's already on there.
Hal
All right.
FM. Oh, that's right. You got the Inspire card.
Yep.
Yes.
27 with the
I didn't
flat-footedness.
target it.
That is a crit.
Oh,
Ooh.
finish
It's
it,
exactly it was
Doctor.
exactly what you needed for a crit.
Let's go. Oh,
29.
Wow. Wow.
Wow, that's intense.
Wow. That's
Yep,
awesome.
it's 1d6. Yeah, let's just check out the damage on that, right? Because it's 1d6. You rolled a 6 and a 1 on your
Mhm.
d6 plus 5 takes that to what? 12. Plus, you double it to 24, and then the d8 added an extra 5. Yeah, that's so much damage. It just compounds so much. That's crazy.
Oh, let's go.
All right, Mukta, how would you like to do this?
let's go. Let's go.
So I'll hear Clovis's cries of pain. I'll think back on Nulara on the ground. I'll say, "Not again, not this time," and I'll get on all fours. So I'll put my bow away now, knowing that I have an extra action. I'll get on all fours and run down at my top speed. I'll actually somersault over Nulara, and when I land in the somersault, I'll tumble between its legs, and as I stand up underneath it, I draw my rapier and just pierce it straight through its abdomen.
Nice.
Whoa, nice.
Very
Nice.
nice.
And yeah, right through that, like kind of. It's not quite dragon skin, but it still is a little scaly and pretty tough.
I'll aim where my arrow pierced it during our first fight.
Nice. And yeah, it like rears its head up and it screams and it like sprays like poison on the walls as its head like starts like swiveling around, and it like lies dead in like a heap. And like what you saw too, Nular, as he was like tumbling through it and getting ready to strike it, it was like waiting for him, and it had its tail like up, and it was about to like smack Mukta in the head with his tail if the blow did not kill it. And he is able to like avert that because it doesn't have a reaction to use after it dies.
That's so awesome, Mukta.
And yeah, that was awesome. So that Drake that has been plaguing you, this thing, the only thing between you and the exit, capiche. Good job, guys. Awesome.
Oh, hearing Clovis like groan in pain, can I help him like get the acid off of his eye?
Yeah, you can run over and kind of help him with that. Yeah, like he's not like actually taking like persistent damage anymore, but he's looking pretty rough because it did.
Hal will walk down to the middle and he'll look at Clovis and say, my friend, you don't look so good. Here, take my mind, take my pain, like an empty bottle takes the rain, and I'll heal you, and I will cast Soothe on him.
Okay. Soothe it is.
For 7 points.
7 healing to close. So yeah, that'll be like the last thing we see as we're gonna go to our break, right? So you guys can beat it. There's a dead Drake. You guys are like consoling and healing Clovis, and we can come back after this to do the aftermath of this. And figure out like what happens at the end of that. That's good. So, I do want to say before we go to our break, because we are going to go to our break. Before we go to our break, just a reminder: we currently have our sights set on 100 Twitch followers up here, and our reward is a fan-filled one-shot set in Otari that can influence this campaign for you guys to play in. That I'll be running for you guys. So make sure to follow on Twitch and also subscribe on YouTube if you haven't. We're probably gonna do some kind of combined YouTube Twitch goal to see who can get to the highest number first. So just make sure to help us on both fronts if you can. If you haven't, go follow Rick on Twitch. He's streaming right now on Hollowed RPG and the Hollowed Hunt on YouTube, correct?
Thanks. Yep, that's right. Streaming the player POV while Steve streams all the stuff behind the curtain.
Right. So let's go to break. Let's take 10 minutes. It's 8:26, so let's come back at 8:36 where we can finish off the second half of our session and find out what to do from here on Abomination Vault. Be back soon.
What?
Welcome back from the little cooldown. So finally, the nemesis that's been plaguing you guys for the past 12 sessions, or at least immediately for the past like 4 or 5 sessions, is dealt with. There's no more Freznelkesh, the River Drake. She is no longer a menace here under the Gauntlight Ruins. And we fade in with you guys, doing like you guys were doing at the end, which was tending to Clovis, who's looking very rough at the end of that fight. Yeah, and then, the 3 sort of prisoners from the back are kind of like peeking in and being like, hey, like, is it clear?
I'll move back towards them.
Sure.
Kind of frown at the lady and look for my brother, Shad. Okay, it looks like your boyfriend, and I'll look to the girl, your boyfriend Mukta killed the Drake. Everything is good. I think we should be able to go ahead. As long as you can, didn't mean to close the door on you. As long as you can carry me, or one of you carry me to the top, we should be just fine.
Yeah, luckily, like the rope's looking up, like the rope is a little bit of that acid burning through it. It's really close to giving away. Like you're worried that it might, under the weight of like actual like creature weight, it might give. Somebody might want to try to repair that before you actually use it.
All right. While they're looking at that,
my trident really quick.
Yeah, you want to go wade through the water?
Yeah.
Okay, go wade into the water, and you're kind of feeling around in the dark underwater. So you wade in, and the thing you notice immediately is like your feet don't touch the ground here. Like you're actually full on swimming as you move away from the shore.
Oh my god, it's cold.
Yeah.
I'd like to cast guidance on Nulara as she looks
Okay.
around for it.
You give the guidance. Go ahead and make a perception check, Nulara, as you search around looking for your trident. I just want, it's not to find if you can find it. It's more how long is it going to take you to find it. 12. Yeah, it's going to take you some time. Let's say it takes you about 30 minutes to find it.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So Nulara, you go do that for like the next bit of time, and then Clovis, what are you doing with your like pain situation?
well, since I have the wand still out in my hand, I'm going to go ahead and use it.
Okay.
A wand of healing.
How many
So
actions are you
it's-
casting with?
I think it's only one, right? Because
Well, you
otherwise,
can-
there's
you
a
can
chance of
cast
breaking it.
So no. So you have one charge, right? Which means you can cast the
Yep.
spell one time, but you can do the 1, 2, or 3 action version. So you can do the 2 action, which heals one person a lot, the 3 action, which does like an AOE and heals everyone a little.
Yep. How's everybody else doing, health-wise?
The only other person that looks kind of damaged is Nulara, who
Okay.
swam away looking for a trident. So if you,
Yeah,
I mean-
I'm not talking.
I'll
I'm
wait for
sorry.
I'll wait for her to come back, and then I'll do the
Sorry, I'm back.
might as well do the 3 actions, right?
Yeah.
It'll hit everybody. So anybody that's got hit or took any damage will heal.
Sure. Go ahead and just roll that so we can get that done while Nulara is doing her thing. And the other thing too, like as you kind of like look over this dead beast, or not beast, but this draconic type creature, so 2 to
That's a
everyone.
great roll.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So Nulara and Clovis both healed for 2. And Hal and
Sweet.
I guess
Yep.
maybe. Oh no, Mukta. Actually, I thought Mukta had full health, but it was the dancing lights token that was at full health. Mukta has You know, something
I
like that.
definitely do not have. I
You're right.
definitely
But
do
it
not.
gets
I hovered. I was like, oh look, hover. Wait, why does it say dancing lights? And then I moved it and saw the truth, which is moved.
Yeah.
So
Sorry.
I'll pop a good berry then too.
yeah, you can do the whole thing, treat wounds. All of that's all on the table, right? You guys can heal back up. But as you like look over, Clovis, as you're looking at this dragon, the hide was pretty thick. You know, it's got like a nice thick dragon type material to it. Not quite dragon scale, but you know, this skin is A, probably pretty valuable if it's harvested, and B, it could also probably be fashioned into some decent sort of like armor, right?
It's armor I can wear too.
Yeah, and it's a medium-sized creature, right? So you'd be able to make like one medium-sized sort of leather outfit out of it.
You guys want to harvest this skin? And Ukta, do you want to be looking for some treasure? Where there's dragons, there has to
Clovis.
be treasure somewhere. Yes,
My
sir.
friend, I was going to say the same thing. I mean, Mukta enticed me to come down here to search for the dragon horde, and now that the dragon is dead, maybe they have at least some treasure somewhere other than, you know, his skin. I'm sure you can wear his skin. It kind of matches what you have already, but I mean, I can't help but say, Mukta, you should look for some treasure, since that's what you said to me.
I mean, where there's the dragon, there's treasure, right?
Of course, I'm going to be rich. Go back to Diobel and talk to Caroline. Caroline, what's her name again? It's been a few minutes. Caroline.
Yeah.
Talk to her.
She's mighty
I
fine.
give Nulara the stink eye. Of course. I knew it was Caroline. Maybe I can go talk to her dad, and you know, we can do what we're supposed to do: be married and rule the town. Maybe not.
Maybe.
Let's do it.
So,
can
Mook,
get
you're
a
gonna
good
wait
shower.
in and look for some
Pat.
treasure.
Yes.
Yes, I will.
And then I'll start harvesting the skin off the dragon.
Do I see this dead body?
I would like to cast guidance on Mukta.
I think by now the dead body's mostly like skeletal remains that's probably floating at the bottom of the water. So I think the dead body, I'll try to just remove the token because maybe you'll find it when you search. So give me that perception check. You get a guidance from Hal, so +1.
Oh, I'm guessing that might be Pervon.
It's a very good sort of chance. Oh, the other thing too with I think it got glossed over earlier, but like as Mukta was trying to like leaned into to what's her name, Ziskali, and kind of like went off on a scouting mission, very uncharacteristically fumbling, you saw him hand something to her. You guys aren't sure what it is, but you definitely saw him make an exchange that he was trying to keep on the down low.
Can't
Hal is not
find
very
my
interested.
trident.
Find your trident.
No.
Yeah, so Mukta, you float around for about like 15 minutes looking for this dragon's horde. Doesn't seem to be one.
I didn't.
You don't find either, no. So I do these like searches in like 15-minute increments. So if you'd like to spend more time looking, you can. But you spend first 15 minutes looking around, you don't find anything.
And this goes further back than I can see. Nulara, why don't you swim with me so I have some light?
Yeah, as it goes that way, it almost like the cavern sort of like comes down a bit, and it looks like the water almost goes completely to the top. There's maybe like an inch of air if you were to put your snout all the way against the ceiling, but it does seem like these caverns sort of continue outward, farther off into the distance.
Frustratingly, I'll pause looking for my trident, and then I'll go to where Mukta is or was here.
Yeah.
Did you see anything? Oh,
I'll spend another. If Well, if that's our 15 minutes, I'll wait until.
Well, we
Clovis.
already know that like Nulara needs another 15 minutes to find her trident, so you have another 15-minute time block to search. So if you want to give me another search check, in case you're just missing something, you're not sure.
Okay.
Did you get that healing, Clovis? The 6?
Oh no, thank you, sir.
You should be able to
Takes
like
me
click your
right up to
token.
max.
Yeah.
Of course.
All right, Mukta, you spend another 15 minutes searching around. This time, again, nothing. There doesn't appear to be any sort of treasure in this cavern for some reason. And Nulara finally finds her trident.
Oh my goodness. Fine.
And that's like,
Okay.
30 minutes. That's 3 lay-on-hand applications that Hal would have been able to do in that time. And whatever Clovis is doing during that 30 minutes. The
I'm
3 sort of...
these. I'm harvesting.
Oh, that's right. You're harvesting. You're harvesting that. So why don't we do a just check. Let's do a survival check on that. Or nature. your
Guidance on Clovis.
Yep, take a +1 on that. Either nature or survival. I'll let you pick either one. Do you have anything that can help you? Like, what are you using? You're gonna need some kind of like sharp knife or dagger.
Yep.
I don't see one on your inventory, but I'm sure
I'll pass
someone.
Clovis mine as I
Ooh,
reach over
really
and
nice.
Oh, that's right.
touches.
Thought I did, but
hand it to him hilt first and then touch his hand and give him healing hands and say, try this, friend.
That works. Yeah, so with that 26, that's really good. So you're able to basically peel off this dragon's like this drake's outer skin and peel it back really well, enough to basically give you 2 bulk worth of its skin, which would be enough to turn it into some armor. If you either have time to make it or can find someone that's able to make it. We'll just say leather armor is 1 bulk, so we'll say it's 1 bulk worth of skin.
Yeah.
So
I'll excuse me. I'll wait, and as Nulara and Mukhtar are swimming, I'm going to say, Nulara, can you come back? I want to try to affix the grappling hook across the way again. This rope doesn't look like it's going to hold unless Mukhtar, you can fix it. You guys are just swimming in the dirt.
I will swim back and say, are all bards a bunch of liars? There's no treasure. Were all the stories false?
Well, I mean, you told me there was going to be treasure, so I'm not sure I could say that I told you that you told me.
Not you,
Well,
but every bard's tale that I hear of dragons, they tell of treasure.
What was that?
it's
sorry, I was
gotta
dragging
be
something.
here.
I never.
He just must have hidden it really, really well.
Yes,
I've heard the
perhaps
same
we come back
stories.
after I take a bath. Once we get out of here, and take my brother and his friends back up to the city.
A bath does sound nice, and I'll shiver some dirt off me.
Yeah, so
Steve, I saw something.
you thought you did, but then you realized it was actually just the shadows in the corner playing with your mind. The dancing lights flickering across the corner of the room. You saw it for a second as you like stepped out, and the water was in your eyes. So you like rub the water in your eyes and look again. There's nothing there. It's weird.
I'm gonna have a passing thought and think that it's my maker.
If you want to give me a perception check, maybe you can see if there really is something there.
What are you doing here?
Make it a secret perception check.
We talked about this. He said you're not gonna go out of the mausoleum. I can't click my thing.
Is it lagging?
Oh, it lagged on me. Hang on.
Yeah, so you come up and empty-handed searching. You get the trident back. Hal's patched up Clovis. Clovis has harvested the drake skin. Everyone's antsy to get going. Still lagging, huh, Nina?
It just loaded.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, you do a double take and you look in the corner to see if maybe there's something actually there, and you think it's probably just your imagination, or it could just be the shadows that you're used to seeing. But whatever it was, it's no longer there.
Okay, Nulara,
Yes.
are you ready to carry me this time? I will hang on your back. I trust you completely, 100%. Let us go. But this rope, Mukta, it doesn't look like it's going to hold. Maybe you need to throw your grappling hook up there, almost like you tried to throw it at me without the rope.
Yeah,
Try.
it's also not that far. If you were to swim across the water, it's like almost eye level at the top of the water, the hole, so it's not hard to climb out. But you can use the pulley system to stay out of the water if you want. If, Mukta wants to give it a bit of time to maybe repair it, or you can do the grappling hook plan. Speaking of which, your grappling hook is also, like, left back here when you had the fight. So, like,
right.
at this point, you're able to fish the grappling hook out of the water, and it's just the rope's soggy, wet, disgusting swamp water.
This is... All right, let's get out of here.
And then also,
I
like,
do not want to swim in the dirt.
Also Mukta and Nulara, as you guys swam around, you can see, like, over on the northwest side of this little, like, swamp dragon's lair or whatever, there is, like, more, like, dungeon and tunnel that kind of goes up that way, right?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Can I inspect these boats?
Yeah.
Like, do they look old
Mostly,
and decrepit?
They are definitely old. These are from, like, an older age. None of these boats look currently working. It's also kind of weird because there doesn't seem to be a lot of use for boats down here. It's sort of like this small little cove, and it doesn't go anywhere as far as you know, except for maybe out into that tunnel. So the boats do seem very strangely out of place here in this tunnel. But
Are they workable? I mean, are they all broken up, or?
They are super broken up. However, there's enough pieces that you could patch together a working boat out of them, and you could use it to float across this water, and if you don't want to touch it.
I will try to build the boat.
Yeah, you want to take some time to repair a workable boat?
You do not have to go swimming.
He has no idea how that works, but he's going to try to put them together so he doesn't have to, unless, of course, they make the boat's better. Okay, Mukta, show me how this works. How do I build these things? Because I'm going to use this to float across and climb out.
Yeah. You guys can together do like a crafting check. If one of you guys wants to aid the other, you can.
I will aid Mukta if he's going to help, or if he's going swimming, I won't help him. I will try to do it myself.
It's definitely going to take some time to repair like a workable boat, right? So we're in another block of exploration time. So what do you guys want to do with this next 15 minutes?
I'll
Well,
swim
if
around.
Mukta's not doing it, I'm going to try to build the boat.
Yep. So Hal's going to build the boat. Mukta?
No, I'll help.
Okay.
So I'll build it.
Nulara's going to go swimming around and searching. And Clovis?
I'm also do the same. I'm going to go swimming and kind of see this. As I'm swimming, and Mukta or Mushi is just flying over the water.
As Clovis goes out, Clovis, I know Mushi can fly, but can he swim?
Yes, if he had to.
That
It looks like a stick bug on the water.
to the left there where Nulara swam to, the water seems to be continuing that way, but I didn't want to swim under by myself. But
as you swim out that way, Nulara, it like gets to the point where you like don't even have air. You're like holding your breath as you swim out because there's just an inch or so of air like at the top of the cavern as you push out that way. So let's have Nulara and Clovis give me perception checks, see what you guys can learn swimming out there, and then let's do who wants to do the aid and who's doing the actual roll.
I'll do the aid.
Okay.
Because I don't know anything else to do except for play some music and make him like comfortable.
Sure. Like if you do an aid, you're going to do a crafting check as well, and depending on what you so just make a crafting check. We'll say the DC to repair the boats is a 12.
Wow.
There it
Mukta,
is.
You get a +2 bonus to your roll. Well, okay.
Holy moly.
Oh, it's supposed to be sorry for Nulara and Clovis. It's supposed to be a secret roll, but that's fine.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine. I didn't tell you outright, but like, make the when you're searching around, you're not supposed to know what you rolled.
Oh.
My viewers appreciate it, though.
I'm sure.
Can
you
I
do.
see if
So
the treasure's here?
Yeah, I assume you're like looking for anything like that. Clovis, what were you saying?
no, so it's perception check. I'm trying to see, make sure blind.
12.
The
The
DM,
DC is
right?
exactly what you needed. So
Yep,
with
I did
Hal's
right.
help, you guys make the boat. Sorry, I missed that. Clovis, what was the question?
No, sorry. I was able.
Oh,
to do
how to
the
make the
roll.
secret roll? Yeah.
My-
So
my first
Clovis
one,
comes
so,
up
yeah.
empty-handed, but Nulara, down in this like cove, like south of you, you eventually do find something. It's really hard to find. It's like a small treasure chest that's like hidden and wrapped up in some like underwater root system, like coming out of the wall, and you're able to go down there and like pull it out and free. It's pretty well hidden, but you come up with a small treasure chest. So I'll unhide this and I'll drag it back to shore so you can kind of go through it.
Oh, gee, we found something. Tell
So yeah,
Clovis
as you
and
guys are
everyone
finishing up the
else.
boat, Nulara shows up with a treasure chest.
I guess you weren't lying.
Mukta has faith in the stories now.
So yeah, there's full of gold on the bottom. There's about 36 gold. There's a wand.
Wow.
There's some sort of axe.
Ooh,
and-
36 gold pieces.
And there's this weird sort of stone object that isn't immediately apparent what it does. And then if Hal gives it a quick detect magic, there's definitely magical stuff coming off that.
It is magical. I don't know which one is the magic piece, but we finished the boat and I'm going to row across. Well, I'm going to use the rope and shimmy across when in the boat. You can put the chest in the boat if you'd like, but I'm going to get out of here. I want to take a bath. My brother probably needs one too. And okay, thanks. Bye.
Yeah. So Hal immediately like floats the boat into the water, and it's easy enough to pull yourself across the water with the rope and pulley system that's been set up. And yeah, you can
As
leave.
Hal gets to the other side, Mukta's gonna come up to Nulara, lean over to her and say, I'm surprised that thing held up. I don't know why Hal asked me to build a boat. I grew up in a desert.
Wow, that makes a lot of sense. I am going to put these in my backpack. The things in the treasure chest, if that's okay. For now, and then we can try and figure them out once we're all safe and we deliver,
It's all fair.
everyone.
You found it. Good find.
Can I take a look at the captives? Did they? I mean, for sure they noticed it, but do they see? Yeah, one. Yeah, it all still fits.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you're just like taking the stuff and putting it in your backpack, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely like kind of like notice, but like honestly, like they don't. You can see a glimmer of like jealousy in their eyes, almost like you found the treasure that they were looking for in the first place. But their general sentiment is just exhaustion and wanting to go home more than anything. So they don't seem like they're gonna jump you for it or anything. Is there something specific you want to know? Then you can maybe make some sort of like check more beyond that.
Did they eye anything like specifically as I was pulling them out of the treasure chest? I mean,
The
like I
gold.
wasn't trying to brag.
Right, the
Just
gold.
the gold. Oh, the gold. Okay.
Yeah, the gold.
And we're gonna grab.
Okay.
Find your
So
I'll swim the boat back to shore so these guys can get in it and come across.
all right, Hal, I'm about to. You get to the tunnel and you're in the tunnel
Yep.
looking back at your friends. You ready to go up?
I am.
All right.
I'm bringing my lights with me, And I'm going to go out of this smelly place.
Yes. I'll drag him to that square. So Hal goes, and then Hal climbs through the tunnel, and he's gone. And the
I'll
place
just
gets dark. Except for New Lara's shield lighting it up the way.
Yep. So I'll swim the boat back so that the prisoners or captors can come across.
Okay. They just wade into the
Yep,
water. They don't even
okay.
want to deal with the boat situation.
Oh, okay. All
They're not as, like, prissy as Hal.
I'm going to try to climb the pulley rope.
Okay. So,
I mean, what do you mean?
so Mukta, make an athletics check for me. It's hard because like going like this is hard because it's a pulley rope, right? So as soon as it's hanging down, so as soon as you put weight on it, the whole thing like pulls back down towards you, right? So you have to like somehow like anchor it or like weigh it at the bottom so it doesn't free like spin, which is there is like a mechanism that you'd be able to do that with. And then you can just make the athletics check if you want to crawl. Nice. You make it look nice and clean. So
I'm going to try to like not go under it, but get on all fours and go over.
okay. And because you're small and not medium, it actually holds your weight without snapping, and you can get across it no problem. And like that, you are gone. So it should have moved your tokens up to the gauntlet level, and it should have taken you guys with it.
It says my token doesn't have vision on this scene.
My screen's just got like the white outline of the thing. Let me
Same, I'd
the screen.
refresh.
Oh, okay, so it made you refresh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can
when
see
I
the
refresh-
map, but it was
I had no
just-
problem.
It's all white.
I only see the female captive.
Mine just come up saying I don't own any tokens on this level.
So let me move you guys here, see if that fixes it.
Oh.
I'm wondering where I put your tokens.
Okay, there we are.
Oh, now I have the error saying that I don't own any.
You don't know a token. Yeah, I
on
don't know
this.
where your guys' tokens ended up.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm good now with whatever you did.
Yeah, because I see Mukta's token and I see Clovis's token and Mushi. I don't see Nulara or Hal or the
girl.
Ziskali Theed. So I can just drag yeah, something with the multi-level token thing sort of did not function well because we tried to move too much at once.
Oh.
Because like your dancing lights made it, or some of your dancing lights made it.
Yep. Yeah, I'm sure it's probably something with
Maybe we tried to move too much
the
at once.
queuing. Yeah. I'm going to get out of the water.
And you guys are ready. It's like midnight. It's just basically passing midnight. It's like the moon's up in the sky. There is a very perceptible but very dim glow coming off the top of the lighthouse with the fog sort of around it, and it has that blue, but there's also a layer of red on it, which you know is mostly because of that bloody material you guys
Yeah.
on it. So if
Okay,
you guys are ready to
brother.
go back to town, I mean, it's not an issue.
Let's get
I
out
will
of here
talk-
before.
There's that interesting light across the water again.
Let's get out of here before
No,
the ghosts come out.
We go.
It is
I will
dancing
talk-
and trying to dry you,
No.
Mukta.
It's
I'd
so
like to talk-
enticing.
I'd like to talk to the group and say, okay, number one, we on the way back, we go to the bathhouse. What do you think, brother? I mean, Shad. And we go to the bathhouse, and then drinks and dinner are on me. And yes, can we go? I would like to go. Look at me, I stink.
What thinks we open though, Hal? It's midnight.
I don't care. We open it up. We pay whatever we want. We make some noise, and almost like a concert out front, saying, "Please open your door. We are here for a bath."
Okay.
So we cut to that scene, right? You guys are walking back from the Gauntlet. You got this ragged group of people that are really excited to be home. I will say that they're more interested in like not taking the bath as much as they're just excited to get back to like, the Crook's Nook. So they ask if
Okay.
it's okay if they go without you. They'll just head back to the Crook's Nook.
I will pay you each a gold piece if you do take a bath, because you all stink and I don't want no more memories from that place.
Oh, they'll definitely take you up on that offer.
Okay. Then get in the bath.
So you show up at the bathhouse at midnight, locked. And it's also weird because this town is always an early to bed sort of town. But even more so than usual, the whole city is like completely like ghost town. There's not a single person on the street. As you guys kind of enter and you start making a lot of noise outside the bathhouse to get like attention, you see like people peeking out their windows at what the commotion is. The whole scene, the whole town seems to be on edge a bit.
I will holler, okay, whoever's here, please come open the bathhouse. It's extra for you. I need somebody to come and prepare the bath so I can get clean. Whatever it takes. And I remember Caroline's father, whatever it takes, I will take care of it. Please open the doors.
Okay. It starts lightly
Ghost town, I
raining
see what
on
you
you.
did.
Sorry, what was that, Mukta?
I said ghost town. I see what you did there.
Go ahead and make an impression roll, Hal, just get them to open up for you special.
Okay, let's see. What can I do? We'll say, open up. Please open the doors.
Oh,
Yeah. They'd come, they recognize who you guys are. They like cover their nose as they come out. The rain washing it off feels a little good, but it's still like they're a little gross, and they completely understand. And since they know who you are, they realize you must have been up in the dangerous lighthouse, like doing your adventure stuff. So they usher you in really quick and immediately start like drawing up hot bath water. They stoke the fires to get the water boiling, so you guys could spend the next hour or so getting nice and clean. And we have a moment
Definitely.
to like role play what you guys would maybe talk about or do, or identify some of these magical items. What do you guys want to do in this sort of like moment of peace?
Hal is going to sit there by himself, whoever's around, and just like lay his back on the edge of the bath and hum a little tune and clean however he needs to clean to rid the smell from his nose.
Okay. During this downtime, instead of like having you guys roll for like each magical item you guys have found, I think it's reasonable for me to tell you like what you earn.
they're all on the trade character.
Okay. Yeah, you do have one thing on your person, I see, Nulara, this unidentified rune. So that wasn't from the Drake's treasure, that was just something else you picked out earlier. So as you guys spend some time working with it, you have this thing called Slick Rune, which is I said in your character sheet. It's basically a rune you can add to your armor, and it makes the armor very slippery, like constantly covered in oil. And what that will let you do is sort of escape grapples easier if you were to put that on your armor.
This one's interesting.
Let's see.
Very cool.
The wand that you guys found is a wand of magic missile.
Ooh.
It's also worth 60 gold if you were to, if you sell it, you can get half that, so like 30 gold. But it's worth 60 gold. It's a pretty expensive magic item.
That's nice.
The sort of weird stone, it's called a Wayfinder. It's almost like a compass. But
Ways. It's ways.
Yeah. Ways paths.
yeah, it's like ways in Pathfinder. But like it has like a thing, like an indentation on it that you could somehow put an Aeon stone into it if you were to get one, and it could be like a focus. Instead of the stone kind of circling your head, the stone you could have it in this stone kind of hidden. But the other thing about it is the Wayfinder allows you to like basically turn on like a glow stick, and if you can like squeeze it, and it'll basically glow as if the light spell was cast off it. So you have another source of light.
Oh, I
Oh,
see.
nice.
That stone's got what we need.
And then the axe, there's
I
this
see what you
big,
did.
there's a great axe that like you have, your eye on. And you look at it, and the hilt, kind of where the two halves of the axe spread out, right in the middle, there's like a skull on it that has a very humanoid looking face, like fairly realistic looking. Not the right size. It's tiny, right? It's only the size of your fist. But the carving on it's really amazing. And as you look at it, you realize that this is a magical item that's called the Retribution Axe. It's a +1 great axe. It has the design of a human skull. And whenever a creature damages you with an attack, the skull changes appearance to look like the creature that hit you.
Whoa.
And it gives you
awesome.
+2 bonus to damage against creatures that have the skull.
Very
I
cool.
mean, that's pretty
Mm,
much tailor made for you, Nalara.
it is true.
Is it two-handed? Does that mean I'd have to let go of my shield?
Mm,
It doesn't. It just says. I don't think it's two-handed. It doesn't. I don't see the two-handed trait on it.
Yeah, it doesn't
It's-
say it.
is
It
it
says
great
it's-
axe or battle
Yeah,
axe?
because it's like
It's
a
a great
great
axe.
axe.
I don't know. Is great axe automatically two-handed?
Hang on.
Let's see. Great axes are not. They're just one-handed. Oh no, it says hands too. So it's not.
Oh,
For some reason, it's not on the.
Yeah, it's two-handed because it's too heavy to wield with only one hand.
mm,
Yeah. So it is. It does have. It's an axe. It's two-handed. It does have the sweep trait, which means, if you're attacking like multiple creatures, you can kind of swing through them and get extra. What does sweep do? It says, when you attack with this weapon, you gain +1 to your attack roll if you already attacked a different creature during this turn. So your second attack, it's a +1 to it, and a -5, so it's a +4. So it's just better at attacking multiple creatures. So
Mm.
but the problem is, yeah, you wouldn't be able to wield the shield and this axe at the same time.
Interesting.
And it's also a 60 gold thing, so you could sell it for the 30 gold if you're interested in it. Let's see. Does anyone else have any unidentified items on there? I don't see anything on Clovis. I don't see anything on Mukta. I don't see anything on House. I think that was all the unidentified stuff. So if you have more, let me know.
Well,
But
I would like to tip the proprietors an extra gold piece per person, and then
Okay.
give a gold piece to the people who really wanted to leave, but I didn't want to smell them on the way back. So tell me how much
Perfect.
that is.
How much did you say you wanted to tip them? I don't want to make
One
it
gold
like,
piece per person.
yeah. Let's just call it 2
Plus-
gold for the group and then leave it at that.
And then 1 gold for each other person.
Yeah, I
the
mean, if you want to go all out and do that, like for everyone, like you're paying them way more than they kind of were expecting you to. You know what I mean? So they basically tell you they're only going to charge you 2 gold. So on top of, if you want to spend more, I'll let you.
Okay.
And you can.
So I promised my brother and his friends that I would give them a gold if they took a bath.
Right.
So
Yeah.
let's say
So
5 gold total.
5 gold total.
Yeah, 5 gold total.
Okay. Very good. You smell great. Do they clean our clothes?
They do. They start like the sort of like washing process, but they're going to take a while to dry. So they can loan you bathrobes in the meantime. Unless you guys have.
So we're going to
clothes.
walk around the city in some bathrobes. I'm good with that. We go
I'm
back
good
to
with that
wherever
too.
you want to go, and then we come back in the morning and get our clothes.
That could work.
I
Never
feel like a
knew
rock
it
star.
gets this chilly at night here at Otari.
Yeah, it is pretty chilly, and there's like a heavy fog, and the drizzle's kind of coming in tonight and making it feel even colder. So you kind of want to rush from like location to location as much as you can to stay out of the cold. But
Okay, we go to
yeah, they want to go to the, they want to go to the
said,
Crux
Shad. Okay, let's go there. My friends, we've met the proprietor. She's good friends of mine.
there's like a moment where the camera catches like a glance between Mukta and
Mhm.
Fiscally, like looking at each other or
Mhm.
whatever. But we
Are y'all
cut to like
dating?
we cut to you guys kind of like appearing in the Crooks Nook. So this late, normally this place would be fairly hopping. It's almost completely empty except for the barkeep, who looks like asleep behind the counter, and a patron who's in kind of one of the corner booths that looks completely passed out drunk. And upon closer inspection, it's very clearly Carmen Rajani is passed out drunk at the table.
Figures, Nulara. I mean, we could literally go into his shop, Mukta, and take whatever shield we want. But I mean, look at the guy.
I
yeah,
raise
this
an
is a good
eyebrow
I-
to like the rest of the group and say, "We want this man to possibly lead this town."
Maybe he can be like the figurehead, and we are the council behind him, and we make all the decisions. I mean, I have no experience in this, but of course, there'll be a party every weekend. We can have a great time. I will be the headlining show. I don't know. Maybe it's more something for me than it is for them.
Immediately though, too, as soon as they kind of come in, they lock eyes with like the barkeep that's behind the counter, and immediately like there's this recognition of like, we thought you were dead. They kind of come around. There's like a big embrace as like the three of them are immediately like ordering like drinks and food and like calling for Yinya Samara, and it does seem like there's a bit of stirring going on in the tavern. Like it's livened up with the return of these people. Yeah, what's Mukta doing?
So I'm going.
Because Nulara is looking over at Mukta as this happens.
Just hood up, just sitting there. Maybe if there's an ale, just quietly drinking my ale, sitting back, trying to make myself unnoticed.
Okay. What were you saying, Hal?
Remembering that he was there when the Knights of Carolina's dad came back from wherever they were stewing, there was a big hoopla, and he's going to, okay, I want to get some food. We need to board. We need some drinks. The best food you got. I want to make sure these people are treated as heroes, and he's going to go on and so forth.
Okay. Like there's almost like this it's like there's this very happy almost family reunion going on, and you're immediately like clapping your hands and demanding food and drinks and stuff, and like the bartender gives you like this sidelong glance, but begins doing it, right, like begrudgingly doing whatever you ask for and getting the food up. It's gonna take some time to prepare actual food. All they got is left over is like the stuff that they cooked for the day, but they're gonna like refire it up and stuff.
Of course.
And a few minutes later, like, you know, the door kind of from the staircase up to the rooms opens, and in comes Yinya Samara, which, if you haven't seen her in a while, I can share the handout.
Share it. Yep. Beautiful. Thank you.
She's pretty.
So she comes down. She's dressed, she's not dressed in this kind of clothing. You can see that she's actually is dressed in pajamas, much like you guys, with a bathrobe kind of thrown over the top. And then as she sees at the bar, like the three of them drinking, and they turn to her and they raise a glass, and her eyebrows up, and then her eyes kind of come back over to your group at the table, and her eyes like settle on Hal as she like smiles and kind of glides her way down the rest of the stairs and towards you guys at the table.
I will stand up as she approaches, and I will bow and say, if you don't mind, I would like to play some music for my brother and his friends, and of course for the generous proprietor and my brave companions, particularly, all of them, to be honest. Honestly, Nulara practically, I didn't see it, but she said she fell down because the dragon almost killed her. And Mukta here, of course, said he stroked 2 blows that were lethal. I want to have some music to celebrate our friends, the new friends that we have made today. Well,
she starts putting her finger like on your lips, and she's like, shh, you talk too much. And then her like finger kind of goes like under your chin as she caresses you just a bit and says, "As long as it's better than last time, knock yourself out."
No promises. You don't like the kind of music last time, so I will try something different.
She kind of pushes you towards the stage a bit and like gives you a tap on your butt as you go.
And I'll look to brother Shed. What do you like? What kind of music do you like?
How about
Keep on rocking in the
something-
free world?
something upbeat?
Okay. Keep on rocking in the free world it is. Neil the Young.
Yeah. Okay. So you go over to do that, and then she kind of takes a seat at the table, and she, you know, her very happy-go-lucky facade melts a bit when she turns to you guys. You can see that she's not putting on the act as much as she does with Hal, but she like smiles at you, Nulara, and like shakes your hand, and then she turns and looks at Mukta and Clovis, who's come in with you, right? And she's like, "I see you've made new friends, perhaps lost others along the way."
Yes, they've decided that their skills would be best suited for the town. We're sorry for waking you up. We should have dressed a little bit better. for this.
Everyone's in bathrobes, right? She's like, "Nah, listen, I am kind of surprised. Honestly, I thought you guys kind of forgot about me and our little deal."
No, not at all. It's from someone like you. No. Anyway, so we did bring 3 back. Unfortunately, we weren't able to bring the rest. We found one of your companions was unfortunately used as a sacrifice for whatever was going on underneath those tunnels.
Like from across the room at the bar, like Siskily Theed, like he kind of hears this, right? And like goes into the pocket and pulls something out and frisbees something across the room that lands on the table, and you can see like it thuds on the table in front of you, and it's just a patch of skin with a tattoo like carved into it. And she says, "Yeah, that's all that's left of the old guy," which kind of shocks you. You're like,
And then I look at Mukta. We found a similar one.
Well, you know, we found that exact same one.
Oh, yeah. Exact same one. Sorry. I'm a little
Yes.
distracted.
Yeah, Yinnis Marla. Well, you think back, you saw like an exchange where Mukta handed something over, but you never got to actually see what it was. And so in this moment, it clicks into place. He was probably giving her the chunk of flesh with the tattoo on it.
So stupid right now.
It all clicks into place, right? And she says, "Well, it was nice of you to bring them back. I must say I'm impressed. I believe we had a financial arrangement, did we not?" She calls, like, you know, Ziskali over and tells her to go upstairs and bring 65 gold for you guys. And Ziskali nods and like kind of disappears back up to the top of the stairs. And so she is curious. She says, "So I have to ask, did you find a treasure or not?"
We did. We
And-
found one near the statues of where the queen... Well, the statues of the supposed queen.
Oh, a queen.
Yeah, the ghost queen, apparently. And then I pull out, like, a succubus statue from the trade character sheet.
Oh, right, yeah. From the mysterious trade character sheet. She's like, "Ooh, that is quite nice."
Mhm.
Alas, I think my financial commitment probably vast outweighs any treasure you found, if this is the extent of it. But you know, you can't put a price tag on employees you can trust. And you guys have certainly, let's say, made it into my good graces. And she smiles. And she says, again, if you're looking for any more work, certainly there may be more opportunities. And she smiles at you, Nilar.
I feel like she's playing me.
Maybe.
Oh wait, can I make is there an insight check over here to see if she knows if I'm lying about the treasure?
Sure. I think it would just be a straight perception check
Perception. Okay.
to try to get a read on her.
Sense motive, right?
Yes.
Oh, secret or?
Yes, please. Okay. She's very crafty and very, hard to get a read on. You're not entirely sure if she's being genuine or not, or trying to double cross you. They all seem equally likely.
Why do the good-looking ones always tend to be so distrustful? I say as I look to Clovis. Well, thank you for doing business with us, Yin.
Of course, and thank you for bringing my family back. I mean, it would have been just as easy to not find them and return and tell me you tried. Integrity goes a long way around here. And about that time, Ziscali returns and plops down like a little sack on the table and out spills 65 gold, which I will add on your character sheet. Your trade character sheet. So 65
Guys, you're so
more
rich.
gold. I know, you guys are up to like
58 gold in our little package of all.
Not bad at all.
Mm-hmm.
And then she kind of stands up from the table and she says, well, if you don't mind, I do have a night full of sleep ahead of me. She kind of glances over at Carmen, who's like passed out drunk in the corner, and looks back at you guys and kind of says, that one's got a bit of a mouth on him, but from what I understand, maybe he has grand plans that you might have put in his head. Any truth to that?
Would you believe a drunk, though, Yin?
Well, maybe not.
Maybe when he's sober. If he's sober and he says something, maybe that's when he sounds more trustful. But I don't know.
She nods and she pauses for a second, and then kind of looks at Hal and looks at Nulara, and then just says, well, I guess that will be it for the night. And Hal's too busy playing, he doesn't notice, but you see Nulara, she smiles at you, and you can feel she's putting a little bit of the charm on you that you've seen her put on Hal before, as she kind of goes upstairs, but looks at you as if to invite you if you want to come with her. And then she disappears.
I'll make a mental note.
Right, and then she disappears up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
So?
Oh, that was so stressful, you guys.
Ziscali, who's still, you say that's so stressful, Ziscali's still standing right behind you.
Oh, I mean, no, that was really cool.
But she laughs it off. She says, no, she has that effect on people. Don't worry, I get it. And she laughs, and then she brings you guys over a round of drinks from the barkeep and places them down, fresh drinks for you guys. As you guys are now basically being in favor of the Crook's Nook. So you guys have I forget what it's called, but you're being supported by the Crook's Nook as of now, because you guys are now in their good graces. You guys have done work for them. So there are some benefits, much like you guys had with the what do you call it, the Rowdy Rockfish.
Well,
So let's see.
Can
I'm trying to look
stay here. Yeah.
Yep.
You do, like, you can get free rooms here. I'm trying to see. So different locations have different benefits. So I'm looking up what specifically is here. So at the Crows, no, this is the Crook's Nook. So you get beverages, meals, lodging, illicit goods, and so discount employer housing and parlor. So yeah, so you have an ability to make work here, like, you know, illegal work as for downtime activity. You could become like a pickpocket or something and work for her. You get discounts on any merchandise they sell here. So like Crook's Nook does have a shop, and you guys have access to all of their shop goods, including their wide selection of poisons. And you should be able to get like a 10% discount on any of the merchandise here. So we might have to manually calculate that, but you do get a 10% discount. Anything you guys buy at Crook's Nook, which is mostly daggers, poisons, and thieves' tools.
Does Mukta still have his hood up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it might be a decent time to address Mukta if you want.
Sitting back, drinking my ale. But Mukta usually has his hood up in town.
Mm-hmm.
Like anytime we're in town, Mukta's deep hood is pretty much up.
Are you afraid someone might get to know you, Mukta? I've noticed you always have your hood up.
This a tendency of my people. Some other races are not used to Isoki, so they think we are were creatures or something of that sort. So
I understand that, actually.
I mean, if you get a better look, there's no hiding this this snout, but you know, a casual glance, it helps avoid often heard questions.
Oh, there's a look of understanding in like Nulara's face.
So would you say that from looking at Mukta that this would be normal behavior, or does it seem like something's not right? Is that a perception roll?
I mean,
Well,
you tell us, Mukta. Is this something that are you trying to actively conceal something here? Should we have people make rolls, or maybe Mukta should make a single roll against everyone's passive perception?
You let me know how you want to do it. I think
I'm
should
just trying to
be
figure
a
out.
roll
Because you
either
said
way.
normally your hood's up, so that would be something we would be noticing.
Used
right?
to, yeah. But you're trying to find out any other
Well,
odd
I mean,
behavior.
we saw you
so
hand something.
Make a
you know,
perception check, Clovis. You make a perception check because you're actively trying to like discern something here. Make it secret perception check.
Okay.
Okay. You're looking over Mukta, right? And you are really trying to get like a read on him, especially because you've been mostly silent tonight, just kind of surveying a lot of stuff. Some of the eye glances between Mukta and his body language, a lot of like subtle body language that he might not even be aware of. There's definitely more here, and you pick up on that, and there's definitely, you're not sure what, but something in this situation is making him a little nervous. Maybe he's concealing something from you.
Okay.
Mostly around Yin Yasmara when she was present, you picked up a lot on his nervousness around her.
Okay. So Clovis kind of leans over to Lara and kind of whispers in his ear, that kind of just pass that along. Don't really have any details, just that, Mukta's acting a little different.
I think this time right now, like Ziskali, who's back at the bar, says, Mukta, join us for 1 second. And then calls you over to kind of give you some space from them and probably, some privacy for Clovis and Nulara. But as they do that too, you see that Ziskali Mukta like kind of like slides like a smaller pouch over to you, and is like, you know, doing a very good job of concealing it, but literally slides you like a pouch worth 10 gold for you personally, and whispers like, I believe this is for services rendered.
All right.
Thank you for making sure that we made it home.
Oops. Well, the least I could do. It's all part of the job, huh?
Well, he kind of looks over at them, the rest of the group, right? Speaking of part of the job, they're not locals. They are fair game, are they not?
Technically, I'm not a local either, but no, I'm gonna go ahead and say they're off limits for now. I'm actually going to talk to Mera pretty soon. That'll be discussed as well.
Fair enough. And then there's like almost like a slight sort of like sadness, and then you know, slides you another drink and claps you on the back and says, to future jobs.
To saving you in the future.
And in the past. And then you know, they say cheers and take a drink with you. And while that's going on, like, we cut over to like Clovis and leaning over to Nulara and telling her what he picked up on. So
I don't
Hal,
know,
how many
if
times do you
want-
play Hal before you give up and come back and sit down?
Yeah.
I will, as long as anybody is drinking or eating or having a good time, I'm going to continue to play, because Hal thinks that, you know, he's fueling the energy in the room.
I do want a performance check on this, just because history says you haven't played well in this environment.
Yep.
So let's see how
Yep.
good it is tonight.
Hal's doing good tonight. I can feel it.
Yes.
It's not
19.
bad. That's respectable.
Rocking it.
You actually do pick up on like some. You can see them, like, they're not upright dancing, but a lot of the people at the bar, they're like tapping their feet along with your music and like swinging their glasses and slamming them down at certain beats of songs when they recognize the song. So they're enjoying it.
It's like a chill dive bar.
I feel
pretty
like
much is.
a band that was really, really popular in the 90s that is on their like reunion tour 20 years later.
There we go. But Carmen sleeps through the whole thing. So, anything else you guys want to do tonight, or do we want to fade to the next morning?
And now
just
So-
30 years ago.
The thing, I will come in and I'll walk back to the group, and then Hal will say, well, I think today went pretty good. I'm going to sleep in tomorrow. And he'll look down to his loot. They had a virtuoso loot back in the market. I'm not sure if we have the money to, you know, help me buy it, but I think it will be useful for us. I mean, we had that conversation, right, Mukta, with the kobolds, and we were able to get out of there with my brother. Well, you know, not really my brother, but your girlfriend and her friends. Maybe we can, you know, stop by there tomorrow, and, you know, I can and purchase that. It'll, you know, my dad said it's supposed to be a very beautiful instrument. It should help in anything that I try to do in the future with the Zimuju. Well, we should just stop by. That's what I think.
And when Hal says girlfriend, I kind of look over to Norarla and just kind of raise my eyebrow at her, like,
Hmm.
yeah, there's something there.
Am I back there yet, or am I?
You tell me if you want to be. That's a good. If this is like a good, you know, dramatic moment for you to arrive, you can.
Not my girlfriend, but
No, of course. I mean, not like me and Caroline, but like, you know, me and Nulara are friends, and she is a girl, I think, or a lady,
am.
actually. Of course, she
Thank
is a lady. And, I am a friend of the lady or the girl or, the beautiful woman, strong, elegant, powerful. And I go on and on and on. And then I say, that's what I mean, of course.
I mean, we did save their lives. Of course, they're going to be grateful to us. So, how much do you need for your loot?
The total is like 50. But you should, well, I mean, if we go there tomorrow, I can ask the purveyor to play it in front of you, and you can feel the power in your bones. Maybe you can weigh in on what it might be worth.
Well, I did find some gold while we were down exploring a little bit, and I'll pull out 20 gold and put it on the table. Consider that.
Holy shit!
Consider that down payment on more of that healing of yours in the future, and that smooth talking. Getting your brother free. That was some pretty smooth talking there.
Mm-hmm. So you say smooth talking to the kobolds and sooth talking when you want to feel better.
Yes. Were they kobolds? I looked toward Clovis. Were they kobolds?
I just shook my head.
They were Morlocks.
I don't know. They all
Right.
look alike to me.
I mean, makes sense that we battled the dragon, so makes sense that they were kobolds.
Of course.
Of course, that's what I think. I mean, I didn't see it, but Nilara said you were amazing. So that's 2 times I didn't see you were amazing. So hopefully next time I can be there for you.
He really was.
Hal's always off in safety. Like he misses all the action.
So I'm putting
Clovis
20.
walks right into the middle of this shit like an idiot.
I'm putting 20 gold into the
Trade character.
trade character.
Nice.
Who is trade character?
Mushi.
That's
Such
pretty
an important
trade
character.
Yeah, that's Mushi.
She's
Mushi's
so
our-
important.
Mushi's holding all their stuff and kind of passing it around.
Mushi has like leaf pouches all over him that just carries all your stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she said. So I appreciate it. I would like to say thank you for getting rid of it so I can move across. Oh, by the way, thank you for building the boat. I mean, if it wasn't for the bath and I looked down at my robes, we got to go back and get the clothing. Don't we have to pick up the clothing for the party here in the next day or so?
It's the
supposed to be
middle of the
ready-
night, Hal.
Yeah, it should be ready the morning of the party. So wheel day morning in the AM, or maybe afternoon at the latest if they run into issues.
Mm.
So
Is
And
this
so
still-
tomorrow is
about 36 hours away before it's ready.
Tuesday,
Okay.
Thursday, Tuesday,
toilet day?
yesterday. What
It's
what day
toil
is,
day.
I call it toilet
is that
day.
right?
Toil day,
It's-
and it's like today because you're technically past midnight, but tomorrow will be
Yep.
Toil day.
Oh, so are we going to? Well, what I would like to say is we take a extended break here since the proprietor really likes you, Nilara, and we can, sleep in, have some lunch after we wake up, maybe 1, 2, 3. When the sun is across the zenith, we go down to the market before it closes. I look at the fine luthier. I play the music for you. You guys determine whether it's good or not good. We come back. We have dinner. We have a good night rest. Then the next day we pick up our clothing, make sure it's good, and then we go back and we go to the mayor's house for the party. I mean, that sounds like a good 2 days, no?
Well, speaking of the mayor, and then I tell everyone to come in closer. Carmen hasn't been keeping to himself lately, and I'm afraid that, there's a possibility that the mayor could pick up our treason.
Oh, shit.
But what is this treason you speak of? Because we haven't
Our-
made.
The
We haven't made it.
conversation, But even still, rumors, if they spread, once they spread, it just gets bigger. And if someone wants to hold on to their power as much as the mayor does, who's to say he's not gonna be over dramatic about it?
Oh, that is true. I mean, perhaps we should have that conversation with the mayor. We haven't agreed to do either one. Yes, the shield should be beneficial for you, particularly what happened to you yesterday morning. But maybe the mayor can make a counteroffer where he can actually supply both the reputation for the group, and he can force the other people to maybe give up some of the taxes in the form of gear. I don't know.
We might be biting off more than we could chew, Hal. It's an entire town.
I mean, I saw Clovis. He ate a lot tonight. I'm not sure that we could bite off more than he can chew.
Hal.
Okay. I know I speak from inexperience. I'm a young man. My birthday was last week. The only reason why I can drink the beers, or the drinks, or the Shirley Temples with a little drop of this and that.
The bartender looks around like, what the hell is he talking about?
It's a guild house. It's okay. A lot of illegal things
Like
happen
points
here.
at the wall, like minimum drinking age 8.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
8.
In Diabel, it was much different. I was cracked again. I'm still.
You're still growing.
Still growing. I don't think I will reach my mature age for another 7 years. Anyways, I think we should check out the markets tomorrow, see what's going on.
Yeah.
Maybe we check in with the proprietor tomorrow, and then we go. It depends on what you all want to do.
Maybe see what Rin has to say about, what we found out. I mean, what did we find out, really? There's some sort of blood creature that now is occupying the lighthouse.
Yes, and the blue light extends all the way underneath the pond. So.
And there are creatures that worship Belcora.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
true.
true. In fact,
When you say that,
Clovis,
like across the bar, like behind the counter at the bar, like a glass just shatters and sends shards of glass everywhere.
Are we not whispering?
Oh yeah, you turn and look, and the
we're
whole
talking
bar is
too
looking
loud.
over in that direction, really confused.
We're just kidding.
Can we? Was it the bartender?
You like they're I make a perception check, Mukta.
Full transparency, Hal does not whisper anything. He's like, blah, 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 blah.
All right. Well, then they definitely heard it. Then.
Mukta definitely whispers. So
Yeah, Mukta whispers, but Hal doesn't. Yeah. Yeah, you weren't speaking very loud. Okay. Yeah. It was behind the bar, but the barkeep was nowhere near where it happened, and also the barkeep looks just as worried and confused as you are. It almost looks like it just shattered out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm. Well, friends, I'm going to turn in. I would like the King Suite, or the Kingly Suite, or the Suite of the Kings, whatever that means. I would like to go there and knock out for the night. I need 5, like maybe in a pail, like smaller versions of what they're supposed to be, so I can take it as a nightcap. Not the cap that I wear, but so I could have it before I wake up tomorrow. Well, before I go to sleep tonight.
Right. So let me ask you guys in like a sense of like, there's you have 2 full days before the dinner party that you guys are being asked to attend. Do you guys plan to go back to the lighthouse tomorrow, or are we just gonna like kind of do downtime and go straight into the party?
Hal would like to say that he's going to sleep in super late, at least 12 hours from the time we go to bed. Because he's going to have, if they allow him to take the Coronito's pail upstairs, he's going to take it and he's going to drink it.
Sure.
And he's going to sleep in another 12 hours from there. But he's going to get up early enough to go to the market and see if the group approves of him buying this virtuoso loot. And then, depending on what time that is, because we have to be back, the next morning to pick up the clothes?
No, so you're still 36 hours away from your clothes being ready, and you're about 40-something hours from the party.
Right. But if we go to sleep, Sal's going to sleep another 12 hours.
Right. So you still have 24 hours before your clothes are ready, and 28 hours until the party starts or so.
So we're saying we go to the market during the day and then possibly go back to the Gauntlet at night and then the party in the morning.
Yeah, I want to know if you guys want to go back and do more exploring, or if you guys want to go straight into the party scene next session.
Should we try to go find some books and stuff? Try to stay out of trouble.
Hal would probably not want to go back to the Gauntlet until after the party because he knows how he smelled once he left.
Yeah, that's a good point. You don't want to show up stinking to the party. What about the rest of you guys?
Mukta has no preference either way. He'll go along with what the party decides.
Okay.
Same with Clovis. I am good. I'm good if part of the group wants to go back and search, or if we just want to hang out.
So we have 2 votes, whatever. 1 vote, go to the party, and then Nular.
So tonight I will, answer Yin's invitation, sleep in, and then actually I do need to go to the mausoleum the next day, and just do some downtime stuff with the person in there. So
okay, yeah. So it sounds like we might just start off with some roleplay, and then we'll kind of merge into the party, and then all of that'll happen before we go back and do more exploring. So, that gives you a few, at least a full day of downtime to think about stuff you want to do with your characters.
So does Mukta see Nulara go into Yinasmera's room?
How are you being subtle about it, Nulara? You can make a stealth check.
I actually wait until the last patrons walk out of the bar. If Mukta's still there, then I'll be I'll grab a glass of wine and then knock on Yin's room.
Okay, so yeah, you do see it, Mukta.
Okay.
Yeah, she wakes up and you don't see anything, but you just see the door open and Nulara going, and then the door closes.
All right, then Mukta will go to sleep then.
Okay. So, I know you got some experience for the Drake, and you got some experience for completing the side quest and all this other stuff. I'm just going to give you, I think you guys are 80 short of level 3, right?
Yes.
Okay. So
Come
take
on,
80 experience each.
Takes 75 experience each.
Yeah, 79 experience each.
Oh
let's
my
fight
gosh.
a rat for 1 experience.
Mukta, let's fight.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
But no, let's go to level 3. Let's give you guys experience. This was episode 12, so yeah, let's go to level 3.
All right.
I think technically you might have been a few experience short, but I'm feeling generous as a GM.
Let's go.
Those donations worked.
Oh,
So,
my AC is so high now.
I moved, killed that thing. Should have stayed.
Yeah. So next week we'll kind of do some shopping, some role play. We'll go to the dinner party. We'll see what happens there. There's going to be some fun sort of things that come in, and then in the last shot we get is we drift away from the town of Otari, out of the Crook's Nook, across the foggy, rainy town, up over the fog fin, up towards the Gauntlet, and we zoom in on the pulsing blue glow of the lighthouse, almost like the Eye of Sauron watching the town, and very slowly the red blood that's caking around the light source sort of drips down out of the camera's view, and the kind of reddish purple tint fades into a sort of blue that just pulses brighter and brighter until it goes black.
Oh, no.
Mm.
Okay. And that is where we will end tonight's session. So I do like how it's like you guys open the door. It's like, yeah, there's a glow that you can see. And you guys are like, nope, I'm out of here. The smart choice, by the way, because you guys were, in trouble. But there's all these like intriguing. You guys are like, you guys have so many things. You're like, yeah, we'll go back and deal with it. And then we've yet to go back and deal with a lot of them.
Yeah, we had to, return the captives alive.
Oh yeah, of course.
And totally get ready for the party. I mean,
the party. I mean, that's the important part, right?
Of
It's called
course.
yes,
Abomination
of course.
Vaults. Dinner party for 4.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there is the sense that this lighthouse is glowing and looming, and as you guys kind of go to your night and your dinner party, it still looms and it still glows and it's still there watching everything going on in the town. So that's going to do it for us this week on Abomination Vaults. Thank you to Nina, Richard, Mike, and Rick for playing with me. It's been a blast, as usual. Thank you guys to the viewers.
Thank you.
Of course. Thank you to the viewers who tuned in on Twitch, on my stream. I know we had Heisenberg and CJ, phenomenally CJ, tuning back in. So hadn't seen him live in a while, so welcome back. Rick, I'm sure you have some people chatting over on your side.
Yeah,
Any shout-outs
appreciate
you
it.
wanna give?
Appreciate the follows from the group that dropped in, said hello, and followed. Really appreciate it.
Perfect. Awesome. That's awesome. Don't forget to subscribe and follow both of our channels on YouTube, on Twitch, and everything. Help us reach that 100 follower goal so I can run that one shot in this campaign for our fans. Check out my DM prep video series. The next episode will possibly be airing this Sunday, fingers crossed, at 8 p.m. and premiering on YouTube the next afternoon at 5 Pacific, where I will tune in and watch it live with you. For this game, we'll be back next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific time at level 3, as our group continues to see what awaits around the next corner in the Abomination Vaults, or in the dinner party, as it may be. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and goodbye.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, guys.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night, fans. Yeah, thank you guys a lot.